Karen, and we have other family members, Auntie, we have Clara, and we have Sandra.
Thank you all so much for being here today. Thank you.
And Judge, just for the record, she's printing on page 2 of your Honor's calendar.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Mr. Abdullah, I understand the state will be filing an amended information at this time.
Yes, Judge, and in anticipation of this plea, the state has filed a amended information charging the defendant with 1 count of manslaughter with a deadly weapon. It is a first-degree felony, punishable up to 30 years in state prison. That changes her guideline score from what it was to now 124.5 months in state prison, up to 30 years in state prison.
All right. Mr. Prieto?
Yeah, Judge, we've entered plea not guilty, demand discovery, and request trial by jury at this time.
That being said, I understand the parties have reached a resolution in this case where Ms. Plenty will be pleading guilty. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right.
That is
Mr.
correct, Judge.
Abdullah?
I am passing up the written plea agreement that is signed by not only the state, the defendant, but also all of her attorneys. A major part of this, Judge, is that she's pleading guilty to this amended information, to the charge that was announced just now. There's a factual proffer that's a part of this plea agreement. We're going to ask Your Honor to read it. She will be agreeing to that factual proffer, but most importantly, she is agreeing and admitting that she is the cause of the stab wound that Mr. Obamseli received, and then that she is taking criminal responsibility for her actions. As part of this plea agreement, the state is willing to accept her plea. We've discussed this at length with the next of kin and certainly with Mr. Hanfield. And certainly when there's any agreement, no one is happy at the end of this, and we understand that. But the agreement that the state is willing to accept is that the defendant would be adjudicated guilty. She'll be sentenced to 6 years in state prison, followed by 5 years of reporting probation. As part of her probation, she must complete a mental health evaluation and treatment. There's a time frame in which she is to complete it. That's part of the plea agreement. Substance abuse evaluation and treatment, that's also a time constraint that's going to be in the agreement. And then it's 60 days, Your Honor. And then the batterer's intervention program. If she does violate her probation in any way at any point, she's waiving extradition back to Florida, and as well that she faces back to her guidelines, which are 124.5 months in state prison up to 30 years in state prison. Although not specifically in this plea agreement, the state attorney has asked me to discuss the topic specifically that it discusses, and it's important that nobody who is a convicted murderer to killing someone, if someone is convicted of murder, they are not to financially benefit as a result of that. That's Florida Statute 944.512. It's effectively our iteration of the Son of Sam law, but it is a statutory lien that attaches automatically, and if the Attorney General's office were to decide to seek some form of lien or process in that, then that we would be supporting them in that. We do believe that nobody should benefit financially from murdering somebody, so we will provide any evidence that they request. We'll work hand in hand with the Attorney General's office if they so seek to do some form of lien or some financial proceeding against Ms. Plenty, understanding that she will be released at some point and may seek to financially benefit as a result of this. But it's not part of the plea agreement, but it is something that attaches automatically.
All right. Mr. Prieto, I'll hear from you. As to the plea agreement in its written form, is that your understanding of the plea?
That is correct, Judge, and all the conditions and all the agreements are contained within that document. Outside the four corners of those multiple-page document, we do not agree that.
The Judge Mike Lowe is a bitch. What's up, y'all? Salute Slim 610. Mike, what up with it?
That's not part of this proceeding. It attaches automatically. It is constitutional. It is the law. What they do, subsequent hearings, is to them. But as we stand here today, because it does attach, I'm just simply announcing that we will work hand in hand with the Attorney General's office. It needs no further discussion, but the fact is that no one should financially benefit from murdering somebody.
Well, Judge, I do have the right to speak on my client's behalf, and so I'm going to put on the record that we believe that statute's unconstitutional. It's not an issue for the plea agreement, like Mr. Adler said. It is 100% accurate. However, we reserve the right to challenge that in the future. We do not think it's constitutional, and it would be challenged should any attorney general seek to enforce that, but that's an argument for another day should it arise.
All right, very good. In preparation for today's proceedings, I have been privy to the agreed upon plea, and I will ratify the agreement of the parties at this time based on the following. This case originated 4 years ago.
Judge Mike, hella low. Mills, what up?
2022. Since then, the parties, both the state of Florida and the defense in this case, have engaged in diligent and extensive preparation of the case. That preparation consisted of a thorough investigation that included, but was not limited to, the routine discovery process that is involved in a complex criminal case, as well as literally thousands of pages of legal motions and responses, the consultation of experts from both sides who opined on various legal issues, such as self-defense, battered partner syndrome, and issues regarding manner of death. Based on the investigation of the case and the resulting legal analysis of the strengths and weaknesses of this case from both the state's perspective as well as the defense, and perhaps most importantly, the victim's family's wishes to bring closure to this horrific and life-changing experience, the parties have reached a resolution that this court will not frustrate. The parties have also agreed on a factual proffer, as stated by the prosecutor, that I will now read into the record. The state of Florida and the defendant agree as to the following factual proffer. A. Christian Obumseli, hereafter the victim, and the defendant began dating in late 2020.
I don't think the judge's mic is even on.
Is defined by the parties as being extremely tempestuous.
I turned it up so high.
as
There's
both
a
have
second
been
audio
involved
you
in
can turn up
numerous
to turn
domestic
everything. I turned it up so high you can't hear it, bro. The judge's mic ain't even
The
on.
victim and the defendant moved to South Florida in January 2022, taking up residence in a condominium located at 1 Paraiso Residences, located in Miami-Dade County. There were many complaints made by residents and security staff lodged against the couple during the 3 months that they resided in the complex. As a result, the management company was in the process of evicting the couple. C. On April 3rd, 2022, Miami Police and Miami Fire Rescue responded to their condo after a 911 call was made reporting a stabbing. Officers found the victim with a singular stab wound to the chest. After the incident, the defendant provided a knowingly, intelligent, and voluntarily made statement to the police, confirming that she was responsible for the stab wound. The knife penetrated approximately 8 centimeters into the victim's chest, puncturing the right subclavian artery. The victim was transported to Jackson Memorial Hospital, where he died from his injuries. Madam Clerk, would you please swear in Ms. Tony?
Yes, Your Honor. Raise your right hand, ma'am. Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you're about to give to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
You can put your hand down. Please state your full name for the record. What is your date of birth? How far did you get to school?
I have no GED.
Do you have any history of mental illness?
I was diagnosed with severe PTSD.
Are you currently under the influence of drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, Your Honor.
Have you understood everything that was discussed with your attorneys prior to coming to court, as well as what we're doing here in court today?
Yes, Your Honor.
I understand you wish to plead guilty to manslaughter in exchange for the plea that was read into the record a moment ago. Has anyone, including your own attorney, promised you anything other than that?
No.
Has anyone forced, threatened, or coerced you to accept a plea at this time?
No.
Do you understand if you are not a United States citizen, this plea will result in negative immigration consequences such as deportation or removal?
Yes.
Have you spoken to your attorneys about that, and do you still wish to accept this plea knowing that?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand you're waiving your right to a trial?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand you're waiving your right to remain silent, and that silence cannot be used against you at trial?
Yes.
Do you understand you're waiving your right to testify?
Yes.
Do you understand you're waiving your right to confront, cross-examine, and present witnesses?
Yes.
Do Do you understand you're waiving your right to hold the state of Florida to its burden of proving the case beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes.
Do you understand you're waiving your right to appeal?
Yes.
The following question does not seem to apply in this case, but I have to ask in every case. Do you understand if the offense to which you are pleading is a sexually violent or sexually motivated offense, or if you've been previously convicted of such an offense, this plea may result in involuntary civil commitment as a sexually violent predator upon the completion of your sentence?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand if you violate the terms and conditions of your probation, you're facing up to 30 years in the state prison?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you still wish to plead guilty?
I do.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty or you believe this plea is in your best interest? Have you spoken to your attorneys about the plea?
I have.
Have they answered all of your questions?
Yes.
Do you need any more time to discuss the plea with your attorneys?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with their services?
I am.
I'd like to talk to you for a moment about the written plea agreement that I have in my hands. It is 8 pages, and on the bottom left of each page, it says defendant's initials, CC. Are those your initials?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you reviewed every line, every word, every page of this plea agreement with your attorneys?
Yes.
Now turning over to page 6 of 8, it's entitled Defendant's Representation of Effectiveness of Counsel. Is that your signature over the line which is put with attorney defendant?
Yes, Your Honor.
And then each of your attorneys has also signed on pages 7 and 8, Mr. Prieto, Ms. Laura Puglisi, and Ms. Karamas. Are those your signatures?
Yes,
Yes, Judge.
Your Honor.
Thank you. And finally, certificate of defendant on page 8 of 8. Once again, Courtney Plenty, defendant. Is that your signature on that line?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that even if I do not state orally here on the record that everything contained within this written plea agreement will be made part of the judgment and sentence, even if I don't say it out loud?
Yes.
Mr. Prieto, have you and your team reviewed all items of evidence disclosed by the state with Ms. Plenty?
We have it.
Do the state or defense know of any items of physical evidence containing DNA that could exonerate the defendant? State?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
None of it.
Does the defense waive PSI?
We waive PSI.
Do the state and defense stipulate to a factual basis? State?
State stipulates.
The
Defense?
defense will stipulate as contained in the plea agreement.
Ms. Plenty, I find the plea has been entered into knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently. That you understand the nature and consequences of the plea, there's a factual basis for the plea, and that you're represented by good and competent counsel with whom you say you're satisfied. At this time, I will be adjudicating you, and I'm going to turn to page 3 of 8, to the charge of manslaughter with a deadly weapon. I'm sentencing you to 6 years in the state prison with all applicable credit for time served, followed by 5 years of reporting probation. As a condition of that probation, you will complete a mental health evaluation and all required treatment deemed necessary. You will complete a substance abuse evaluation.
This
and
bitch just
complete
got
all
off.
required treatment deemed necessary, as well as completing the batter's intervention program within the first year of probation. As I said, there are some other provisions contained within this written plea agreement that will be made part of the judgment and sentence. I'm assessing court costs and any and all statutory and mandatory fines. You will be fingerprinted. We should have DNA on file. Before we turn it to the victim impact portion, is there anything further on behalf of the state?
Nothing from the state, Judge.
Defense?
Yeah, Judge, I would just, as far as corrections and computing her time served, to remember she was initially detained in Hawaii when she was in the rehab facility, so her actual booking date here at TGK does not reflect all of her credit for time served. I don't have the date of arrest, but I believe
6 years for a
the
body
date of arrest
plus
in Hawaii
time
was
served. She
August
beat the
10th,
charge.
2022, so she should receive all credit for time served from that date moving forward.
Does the state agree?
But Judge, the only issue is going to be, one, there has to be an order for it. Otherwise, it's
I'm happy
going,
to sign the order.
otherwise, it's going to be from the time in which she was brought into custody. So,
Right, so if you're in agreement, let's draft an order Credit for time served on August 10th, 2022.
We will do that. We'll have it to your honor today.
All right. Anything further on behalf of the defense?
Wow.
No, Your Honor.
All right. I'm filing the written plea agreement that I have now initialed and executed with the clerk. I'd like to now turn it over to Mr. Hanfield. But first, I would like to extend my deepest condolences to the Owen-Sellers family. As I said previously, thank you all for making the time to come here today, and I'm very, very sorry for this.
Judge, actually, before Mr. Hanfield speaks on behalf of the entire family, I believe we have Ms. Karen Akluna, who is going to be reading the victim's mother's statement to the court.
That's crazy. And she got to watch this 6 years. Oh my God, bro. This man head painted like a Man, that's the mama with the cakes. That's the mama with the white dress. Sorry, y'all. I'm ignorant. Sorry. Imperfect human. Ruger World, yo. Ulysses, yo. What up, what up?
As I stand here to read my victim impact statement, I first give thanks to the Lord Almighty for his protection and guidance over our family throughout these past 4 years. I also want to thank the attorneys, the state attorney's office, Larry Hanfield, and everyone who helped make sure that Christian's voice and our family's voices were heard. I thank our family and our friends who called, prayed for us, checked on us, and stood beside us through this very, very difficult journey. I am Christian's mother. Words can never fully explain how Christian's death has affected my life and the lives of everyone in our family. There is simply too much pain to put on paper. On April 4th, 2022, while I was at work, I received the call that no parent should ever have to receive. I was asked to give consent for my son's eyes to be donated. I had just talked to him the day before and had no knowledge that he had been killed. That was the darkest day of my life. And the darkness continued to unfold as I learned Christian had been killed by his girlfriend, Courtney Clenny, someone he had trusted and loved. Since April 2022, I have lived with fear, anxiety, sleepless nights, heartache, and more tears than I could ever count.
Manly looking bitch.
4 years later, there are still nights when I cannot sleep. There are moments when my mind goes back to the last moments of Christian's life. As his mother, those thoughts are very difficult for me to carry. There was a joy in my life and in our family's life before Christian died that has never completely returned. His death did not only affect me, however. It affected my entire family, including his older brother, Jeffrey, his cousins, who were raised as siblings, and his grandmother, who loved him so much and called him her precious.
She don't get one
We
fuck.
all had to learn how to live with the empty place that cannot be filled. But I do not want Christian to be remembered only for how he died. Christian was my son. Everyone who knew Christian, who truly knew him, can attest that he was kind-hearted, compassionate, friendly, and respectful. He cared about other people. I remember one day when Christian and I were driving to a store. I stopped and I was going to give a homeless man a few dollars. Christian encouraged me to do much more than that. It was a small moment, but it showed the kind of heart he had. He saw another human being who needed help, and he wanted to make sure that that person had enough. Christian, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud that I had the privilege of being your mother. Those are the memories that no one can ever take from us and me. Nothing can erase the pain of the day that I buried my son. Nothing can describe what it feels like for a mother to stand at the grave of her child. There are also the things that will never happen for me now that he's gone. the birthdays, the holidays we will not celebrate with him, the conversations we will never have, the person he would have continued to become. Those losses continue much longer after today's court case ends. For more than 4 years, we've lived with the loss every day and waited for accountability. Today closes a legal chapter, but it certainly doesn't close our grief. No sentence, no plea can bring back my son to me. My only hope is to carry his memory forward and to continue healing as a family. My prayer is that after today, Christian will simply not be remembered by the public as a name connected to a criminal case. He was a son, he was a brother, he was a cousin, he was a nephew and a grandson, and he was a friend to a lot of people. He was loved, he had a future, and his life had value and mattered. As a family, we are very private people. We have endured this loss while much of Christian's life and death have been discussed publicly and inaccurately to support a narrative created by Courtney, the person who took my son's life.
Hold on.
There are parts of our grief.
Where'd that message get erased for? It was about Onlyfans and said it was trash. I ain't see no reason for that to get erased. What we doing now? Relax.
Did not end on April 4th, 2022. We carry it with us every day. Through everything, I continue to place my faith in God. Christian Toby Obumseli, I know you are with the Lord. Onwaneti Laura, as your brother called you, which means the moon in the sky that shines for everyone. That is how I choose to remember you, as a light. Your legacy and your memory will remain with us. We miss you, we love you. May you continue to rest in peace, my son.
Thank you for those beautiful words.
Nah, 6 years ain't enough. 6 years is not enough. I don't give a damn. Fuck that. White dress. What's up with it, white dress? Oh, no, that's the mama right there. And this is the worst stream that Law and Crime ever had. I'm talking about the quality of it, the sound, the pixelation. But we still shout them out, though.
May it please the court. State Representative of the State Attorney's Office, Court Clinton.
Joski, what up?
On behalf of the Umberselli family, I would like to read into the record their final comments. April 4th of 2022, Christian Umberselli suffered a painful and tragic death
6 years, bruh. Come
at
on.
the hands of the person he loved. Sadly, that would be the person that would ultimately take his life.
And get 6 years.
Christian loved deeply. It was his love that caused him to stay. Even after being previously cut in the face, previously stabbed in the leg by Courtney, he would later write that his love would eventually get him killed. In many
Dumbass.
ways, he predicted his own death at the hands of Courtney Clinton.
Oh, he's stupid. I'd have been left that bitch.
Unfortunately, like so many individuals who are get caught up in not loving relationship, but just destructive relationship, he stayed. And we are here today because what he believed became a reality. By resolving this case today by way of a plea, Courtney Clinton avoids being judged by a jury of her peers. She'll be able to escape the ultimate and final judgment for anyone's conduct. That judgment can only be handled by our Creator, our Almighty God.
Man, damn
Your
all
actions
that.
You need to know as you sit here today and as you finish out serving your time for punishment, that you have left the Amicelli family with a void that can never be filled. The pain that continues to endure today as painful as it was when they learned of his untimely death. It is a pain that will never completely go away. A chair where family gathers for holidays will always remain empty. The Amicelli family has been forced into joining a membership that no family should ever want to be a part of. And as a family of mothers of murdered children.
His dumb ass stayed
As a
with him.
family, we still cannot get past the fact that Christian was stabbed while you remained on the phone with your mom. You then called downstairs to security, and then your third and final call, which should have been your first call, was to 911.
She killed the nigga on the
In the
phone.
meantime, you offered no life-saving measures to try to save Christian's life.
While on the phone with her
To
mother?
us, that is inhumane. Christian was someone's son, someone's brother, someone's nephew, someone's cousin, someone's friend, and most importantly, he was deeply loved. His life had meaning. He had a future. And his family deserved to grow old with him. He was robbed of all those things while you still have all yours to enjoy. Nothing can bring Christian back. Nothing can erase what happened. And nothing can fill the space that will forevermore be left empty. We will carry Christian's memory, his love, and his legacy with us for the rest of our lives. I thank the court for giving us, as a family, the opportunity to be heard and to let this be a part of the record. But lastly, through it all, we never even received an apology, an acknowledgement for the loss that changed our lives forever.
And she's sitting there crying over 6 years for a murder. And she's sitting there shedding fake crocodile tears over 6 years for a murder, bro. Get this bitch out of here.
I'm from the state.
Once again, for the entire family, thank you for being here. Thank you for the beautiful words that we read and what Mr. Hansfield read. Thank you for sharing the collage of pictures of Christian with me. And I really, really pray that his memory is a blessing to all of you. Thank you. Is there anything further on behalf of the state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
Not by the defense, Judge.
Okay. I want to thank the attorneys once again for your diligent preparation and professionalism throughout the process. The court will be in recess at this time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
All rise.
Damn, that motherfucker glitching, ain't it? Hey. Up, down. Don't do it, Slim. She got something for you.
Boy, oh boy, I'm gonna kill you.
Damn.
She got
He gave it to me. The judge was walking in.
When you wanna go make a call?
Can I make a copy of that?
6 years, and that family gotta live with that.
Everything.
It's too much smiling and happy shit going on. 6 years, I ain't, nah. People too happy. For them, it's just another one in the books, though. Man, get your, who the fuck was that? Hey, cakes, cheeks, thickness. Hey, come here. Hold on. Kardashian? Hold on, she look kind of rough in the face. No, she, ooh, cakes. Damn. Them was some courtroom cakes. My bad, y'all. I'm ignorant. My bad. Oops, my bad.
Go to the emergency room as quickly.
Oh, we ain't talking about Lindsay Clancy. She did. This bitch is wild. Let's go to this Keefe D shit. Coverage continues shortly. All right, waiting on that Keefe D trial to start. We waiting on that Keefe D trial to start, man. That lady just got off to take somebody's life and only be charged to 6 years, be sentenced to 6 years, and then, of course, time served. Man, she might be out mid-2029. Shorty might be getting bust down again, and she can go right back to selling her box or presenting it for money. She can go right back to presenting her box for money. And see, we like toxic women. We love toxic women. When she a little crazy, we, for some reason, not all of us, I'm just saying in general when I say we, because you can get the fuck away from me with that crazy shit, bitch. But anyway, we love toxic women. The more of a problem they are, the more we love them for some reason. I don't want to die. Keep that toxic pussy. Keep that poison box. Keep that psychopathic punani. I'm cool on that, sweetheart. I'm cool on that, sweetheart. Yeah, I know what time it is. It's a whole different coast. Anyway, yeah, y'all be careful, man. Y'all be careful. Don't be so eager to jump in some pants and some panties or in some bed or some shit like that, bro, because something come with that. We got a little time to waste before this Keefe D trial starts, so what we're going to do is go over a little bit of I made a video. I kind of gave some of them. We're going to watch that one first, and then we get to some other shit. Anyway, let's go.
Why would I kill guys?
God damn, that shit loud. First and foremost, let me mute up on my end. Let me get the audio correct, because that court audio was so low. My God, that was atrocious. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. Got to make sure it's fine for y'all as well. That shit was horrible. Arriba. I'm going to show love to the chat in a second. I'm going to show love to the chat. We're going to get a poll going. I'm going to start shouting the chat out and all that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cam up or whatever the fuck, if that's even necessary at this point, right? Anyway, shout out to y'all. Most aggravating chat in the game. Most appreciated chat in the world. We finna get into it, y'all. We waiting on that Keefe D trial to start. We got another, hour and a half. Hey, y'all can hear them speakers in the background. I guess y'all know what time it is, man. Let me ask y'all something before we move on. Let me ask y'all something.
Did y'all hear that?
Shout out that boy, Mike from the Ville. Let's go. It says you might not be able to sub to Shorty OnlyFans, but you can sub to the RUMORNATI Network and get this content, fool. Hit the like and drop your city and tap in. Let's go. All right, y'all, we're going to keep this content rolling. Right now, we're finna check out this Keefe D video I did just to kind of bring you up to speed. I'm pretty sure everybody knows what's going on with the whole Keefe D situation right now. He's on trial for killing Tupac for the murder of Tupac Shakur, and we are waiting for his trial to start. That starts at 12 Pacific time or whatever. It starts 12 West Coast time, all right? So wherever you are, no matter where you at, you got about an hour and 20 minutes, something like that, hour and 15 minutes before we get going with that. So until then, let's rock.
Why would I kill a guy that's making us the most money? Why would I do our money like that? It don't make sense.
Look, I was watching the interview this week, and the way you sort of go through it by play, like
they wrote me a script to follow. So now you'll tell you that I didn't do it.
I don't know why.
Keefe D can't stop doing interviews. No matter what, this lip flapping fool just can't and won't be quiet. Now, his trial starts August 10th with jury selection, but this guy done went and spoke out again with local news after countless interviews and on countless platforms. Vlad, Art of Dialogue, Cam Capone, you name it, which people feel like is what got him there in the first place. Talking too much, flapping lip. How y'all feel about Keefe D? Free the guys, keep the guys, what we doing. But check out this new interview and some clips that'll probably start recirculating around the internet because they are pretty relevant. But anyway, go ahead and get added down in the comments. Go ahead and like that video, subscribe, RUMORNATI up. Let's go.
did you have anything to do with the murder of Tupac Shakur?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I wasn't even in the matter. I wasn't in the matter, period.
Do you regret the book and the interview?
Yeah, I was just after the money, and they said I was covered. I did it for the money. You know what I'm saying? And
But did anyone tell you maybe it's not a good idea to do that because they might arrest you after they hear you say that or read it in your book? Like, did anyone close to you say, not a good idea?
That was the ghostwriters. I didn't write that book. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about no Winston Churchill, Frank Sinatra. Just read the book. You know I didn't write that book. You know what I'm saying? And the Vlad thing, the lady, she gave me $150,000.
But then when I was watching the interview this week, and the way you sort of go through it by play, like then this happened, it's very believable.
They wrote me a script to follow. My lawyer came with the script. It seemed like he was in bed with them the whole time.
When you were talking in this interview about Tupac's murder, and when you were doing this book, were you considering maybe his family at all?
No, I just did it for the money, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to feed my family, you know what I'm saying? And it's wrong. It's just wrong. I'm an innocent man. And they said, yeah, crib. I haven't been around that stuff since like 89. I stopped that stuff, pulled up my pants. I'm not no leader, no crips, or none of that stuff. That's wrong. They just try.
Hold on, they're having to free the guys and keep the guys debate in the chat. If we freeing Keefe D or keeping them. Mills, Slim Jones say free the guys and free Cub. Mike from the Ville say fuck you me. He killed the whole generation of rap. Hold on, dog. I'm finna play it. My bad, y'all. Let me let the content play.
Trying to make that case look good or something. He's a leader of the Crips. He's way up there in the Crips. No, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? There's no color line. I'm messing with Bloods, Crips, everybody. You know what I'm saying? I just wasn't the leader of the Crips. I helped somebody get that record company together. You know what I'm saying? And why would I kill the guy that's making us the most money? You know what I'm saying? He's the best rapper back then, why would I kill our money like that? It don't make sense. So I'm not gonna tell you that I didn't do it. So,
Has the DA's office offered you any plea deals, and would you consider a plea deal?
I'm not gonna take no plea deal because I didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm 63, I had a cancer battle, and I got 3 stents to my heart. And the average American lives to like 74 years old. 10 years, I'm dead. So what I don't like taking a deal, you know what I'm saying? I heard it was like something from 10 to 25. I'm not gonna do that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna take a deal like that. And I ain't have, especially after I haven't done nothing. I'm an innocent man.
How concerned are you that you'll be convicted after this trial and you won't get to spend your final years with your family?
Yeah, I think the Ninth Circuit Court is gonna let me go. I think they're gonna let me go, because it's not right. I'm gonna be all right though, because God seriously got me, and He know I am this. Yeah, and I hate I put my family in jeopardy like this. So that's one regret I have.
So you had a proffer deal. So that means
That boy had a moment of clarity. That boy had an epiphany. That man came to a realization sitting there. That nigga say, that motherfucker say, yeah, and I hate I put my family through. Yeah, bro, you put your family through this. Talking too much. This entire case against Keefe D is built on him, solely on him running his effing mouth too much. Nobody was looking towards Keefe D. The case was pretty much cold and closed till this motherfucker started going on an interview fiasco. Boy, you really talked yourself into the pen and you trying to talk yourself out, bro, about to make the hole deeper. Come on, Keefe, stupid ass D.
whatever you say during that day was like nothing could ever be used against you.
Exactly.
During that day.
Yeah.
How come you didn't ask for like complete immunity?
I did.
They wouldn't give it to you?
I did. So I'm sitting here.
Well, the proffer deal is only good for
What you
that
said?
day.
No. Man, that's why I'm still sitting here.
What do you think about the Keefe D situation?
I don't think they're going to convict him. A lot of circumstantial stuff.
You might be right.
I think he's a damn idiot I think he thought that his proffers over here was like a federal thing that covered the United States.
Keefe D would never get arrested.
So I gotta ask you, man, I know you've been hearing the rumors that's been going around. So Reggie Wright Jr., he did an interview and he said that you're gonna be getting arrested soon for Tupac's murder. Is that true?
Not that I know of, unless he's a U.S. attorney or something. I don't know, this dude obsessed with me.
About the Keefe D thing is, he better try to get all this stuff dismissed. And if he don't, he better not go before no jury, because if so, he's gonna be doing life in prison. So I really predict that he's going to be taking a plea deal about 10 to 15 years. And hopefully he gets out when he's about 75, and then he get another 5 to 7 years of his life to live. Should be his goal. Him saying it out his mouth, this is,
We know he not taking no plea. We already know that. Keefe D said that's why he's going to trial. So that's why it's not an option. Is Keefe D gonna walk away scot-free, or is he gonna spend the rest of his life incarcerated?
If you're on a wiretap, then he can say it out your mouth to use it against you. So I don't know how it's gonna go on these podcasts that he was possibly paid for, what he's gonna do.
He could say it's all fake and he just needed the money.
Exactly.
I don't know Keefe D like that to be, singing about no murder stuff like that. I believe he even lied about his nephew and everything.
Personally believe Keefe D's story about what happened in Vegas with Tupac?
If you ever been in anything that has to do with some law enforcement, right? Before they get to that videotape, before they get to that camera, you understand? It's already written down what you're gonna say. So we heard what Greg Kading needed Keefe D to say.
Lane starts blasting. You say Suge looks over, he sees you. He looks right at you?
Yeah, he looks at me.
Okay. When he looks over at you, and then, Tupac's busy getting shot. Evidently, the story is Tupac.
This man said Tupac is busy getting shot. Come on, bro. Why you have to use those words specifically? He was busy getting shot. Like, what the fuck? Like that was something he chose to do. Like, I was busy cutting the yard, man. I couldn't answer the phone. Or, yeah, sorry, babe, I was busy building this cabinet. I couldn't get to the phone. Or, sorry, mom, I was busy working on my engine. I didn't know you called or some shit. Motherfucker say, oh, Tupac was busy getting shot. Like, it was some shit he chose to do. Like, oh, Pac, what you doing? Oh, I'm just over here getting shot. I'll come holler at you in a minute. The fuck? I'm just busy getting shot.
Say.
Lane starts blasting.
Insensitive motherfucker. My bad, y'all. Let's go.
Needed Keefe D to say.
Lane starts blasting. You say Suge looks over, he sees you. He looks right at you.
Yeah, he looks at me.
Okay. When he looks over at you, and then Tupac's busy getting shot. Evidently, the story is Tupac's trying to either get out
in
of
the back seat or something.
Yeah. What do you see happening inside?
Yeah, Tupac was occupying his time by getting shot. So what was Suge doing while Tupac was spending his time getting shot?
Okay. When he looks over at you, and then Tupac's busy getting shot. Evidently, the story is Tupac's trying to either get out
in
of
the back seat or something.
Yeah. What do you see happening inside their
Jumping
car?
in. I seen a bullet going Suge's head. I thought he was dead. I thought he was dead.
So Orlando shot him across Dre?
He leaned over on the window. We rolled down the window, popped.
Who was it?
They was drove on my side. I would popped them. You know what I'm saying? But they was on the other side.
Right. Can you take me through how you got Keefe D to cooperate?
Boy, why didn't he just added extra shit that it? Why? Listen, this is adding the extra shit, even though they're not gonna use that. Or if he would have did it on my side, well, he never. They might use that for motive. You gave him the weapon. You wanted him dead so bad. You even said yourself that if you could have did it, you would have popped him. You wanted him done so bad, right? So, just talking too much, volunteering too much information. Shut up, fool.
On the window, popped.
Who was it?
They was drove on my side. I would popped them. You know what I'm saying? But they was on the other side.
Right. Can you take me through how you got Keefe D to cooperate?
Yeah, that's essentially what we did. Built a drug case against him that was going to put him potentially in jail for the rest of his life, and said, here's your opportunity to mitigate that situation. Scenario to them and let them make a decision whether or not they think it's in their best interest to cooperate.
Oh, and Keefe D's trial today is just jury selection. So we just might stick around to try to see. They got the footage outside the courthouse. We was trying to see if we could see some of the diversity. Not that it matters. I mean, the motherfucker fried, allegedly.
So that's essentially what we did. Built a drug case against him that was going to put him potentially in jail for the rest of his life, and said, here's your opportunity to mitigate that situation and tell us the truth about what happened in Tupac's murder or Biggie's murder, whichever
Might not call this man Keefe D.
you happen to be involved in. And he agreed, his lawyer agreed, and there was a formal agreement between the U.S. Attorney's Office and Keefe D's attorney, and sat down and started the process of cooperating as far as he knew them.
Are you worried at all? Are you worried that this might come back and bite you? And you might end up having to, essentially, at this age, anything related to that would be a life sentence, right?
Man, dog, whatever life got to offer me, I'm gonna handle it, dude. They don't have no evidence against me. Came and put me in Las Vegas.
Correct. He passed the gun and he looked Suge in his eyes.
Yes.
Did he say these two
He
things?
didn't say that. Yeah, well, the pass the gun, I'm not sure, but he said him and Suge locked eyes and they've known each other since they were kids.
So what was Tupac and Suge's reaction when Orlando started shooting up the BMW?
Suge just ducked his head.
How you feel about the people that feel like Big Dre, he shot Tupac? Because you did make a confession some years ago, man, and you said that you gave the gun to Big Dre, but he got cold feet. So Orlando, he ended up snatching the gun and shooting Tupac.
Yeah.
So he didn't pull the trigger.
Man, we already discussed that. Was you trying to get me in jail again?
But if he verbally said he passed the gun, at that point, you are aiding, abetting. This is premeditated.
From 2019, that he was in the car during the shooting and he passed the gun to his nephew, Orlando Anderson, in the back seat, who he claims was the shooter.
He's done. That stuck a fork in it.
Your reaction is to the arrest of Keefe D?
Surprise, number one, because I didn't think Keefe D would never get arrested. Nor do I want to see him get arrested. let's get one thing straight. Me and Keefe D played on the same Power One football team. And whatever circumstances, if he had an involvement with anything, if he didn't have any involvement with anything.
So Keefe D was like, look, I need the money, Puffy them.
This Suge basically saying he ain't gonna take the stand, but in this next clip, he telling you Keefe D told him he did it. I wonder if this is gonna be implemented, bro. I wonder if they're gonna play this clip. They subpoenaed Suge. Suge swear he not taking the stand.
That,
yeah,
stuck a fork in it.
Your reaction is to the arrest of Keefe D.
Surprise, number one, because I didn't think
He's been named as a witness.
Keefe D would never get arrested. Nor do I want to see him get arrested. You know, let's get one thing straight. Me and Keefe D played on the same Power One football team. And whatever circumstances, if he had an involvement with anything, if he didn't have any involvement with anything.
So Keefe D was like, look, I need the money, Puffy them supposed to give me $1 million. They gave us most of the money or half of the money. And that's how everything unraveled for is what happened in Vegas.
Who want to see? I wouldn't wish somebody going to prison on my worst enemy.
The DA says that Keefe D was in the car with his nephew. His nephew, according to the DA, is the one that shot Tupac, and that it was done with the full knowledge of Keefe.
There was only two people in the car. And Pac not going to tell the story. I ain't going to tell the story, but I tell you this. And I never had nothing bad to say about Orlando because, number one, he wasn't the shooter.
How you feel about the people that feel like Big Dre, he shot Tupac? Because you did make a confession some years ago, man, and you said that you gave the gun to Big Dre, but he got cold feet. So Orlando, he ended up snatching the gun and shooting Tupac.
Yeah.
So he pulled the trigger.
Man, we already discussed that. Were you trying to get me in jail again?
Number two, he came to my hearing and told to let me go and tell the truth. They still didn't let me go.
If you are called to testify in this case,
I wouldn't be.
Why not?
Yeah, I wouldn't be.
Why not?
Well, number one, because I'm not going to get on the stand and testify on somebody for what?
They seem to be saying that Orlando was the shooter and Keefe was in on it, that he had full knowledge of what was going down, and it was revenge for Orlando getting beaten up by Tupac and his team at the MGM after the Tyson fight. Is that correct?
No.
Then who shot Tupac?
It wasn't Anderson, so that's all I got to say about that part.
To summarize, you are saying Orlando was not the shooter, although you won't say who the shooter was. You are not saying whether Keefe was involved in any way in the shooting. And you are saying that if you're called to testify by either side, you will not comply. You will not testify. Do I have that right?
1,000%. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't testify. None of that. At the end of the day, free Keefe D.
So you have a sense of remorse for what happened to Tupac?
That nigga said free Keefe D.
RUMORNATI NETWORK.
Yeah. I got some sense of remorse that happened to any brother. Man, dog, whatever life got to offer me, I'm gonna handle it, dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm a God-fearing man. Whatever life gonna, you know what I'm saying, deal me, whatever cards I got dealt, I'm gonna handle it. I ain't gonna go up there and cut my wrist, hang myself, or nothing like that. If they want to come put me in jail for life, it's just something I got to do, dude. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm scared of jail or nothing.
Well, you've done a quarter of your life in prison already, right?
Yeah.
So I guess it doesn't really worry you.
It ain't nothing.
Because the only way they're gonna line it up is now because they have something to go on. Remember, they had nothing to go on at first.
Yeah.
They had shit to go. There was no way, hell, they could have did the movies that they did and put out the films that they did if that interview when it took place and he said what he said.
I see Keefe D. Keefe D was spooked. First thing he told me was they didn't have nothing to do with the killing of my homie Buster. I responded to Keefe D and said, shit, if I thought that, I'd be on you already. He said, but I'm gonna give you something that's real true, and I've been wanting to tell you because we've been knowing each other, since we was kids. So Keefe D was like, look, I need the money. Puffy them supposed to give me $1 million. They gave us most of the money or half of the money. And that's how everything unraveled for is what happened in Vegas.
So you guys are driving around, and then you hear these girls say, Tupac, Tupac.
No, we coming up, what's the name? What's that, Flamingo? Yeah, I think that's Flamingo. We was coming up Flamingo and got to the light. We was gonna go drink and smoke some weed, and he happened to be hanging out the window. He was hanging out the window like he was in a parade. And we just came and shit. I ain't gonna go into details like that, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, you got it in the book.
Well, in the book, you said that as you're driving up towards the BMW with Suge driving and Tupac in the passenger seat, and you said that Tupac pulled out a gun.
It looked like he was reaching, yeah. No, shit, once he got the reaching, I got the ducking.
So someone from your car started shooting at Tupac and Suge.
Suge just ducked his head.
Hold on, so y'all think Suge want Keefe D free so he can do something to him? Man, Suge seen Keefe D so many times after that shit happened, they said, I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case, bro. I don't know. Let's see.
And the first bullet went
I just don't think that's the case.
in his head, so the next one's hit him. It was like he was doing a breakdance trying to jump in the back seat or something. Yeah. Like, damn.
That man Keefe D the last one left in this whole situation, and can't nobody get him in trouble but himself. And he did. Now, I ain't got no court to convict nobody yet, but right now this man is innocent until proven guilty. And do y'all think he will be found guilty for the demise of Tupac or even for accessory? And if not, and he gets out, who y'all think gonna get that interview first?
New witness list is out ahead of the murder trial for Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, the man accused in the 1996 killing of rapper Tupac Shakur. Among those listed as expected witnesses, Marion Suge Knight.
You are called to testify in this case?
Yeah, I wouldn't be.
Why not?
I'm not gonna get on the stand and testify on somebody for what?
I don't know why.
Yo, what up, man? Hey, did y'all see this? Marion Suge Knight has been called to duty, according to Fox 5 Vegas.
A new witness list is out ahead of the murder trial for Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, the man accused in the 1996 killing of rapper Tupac Shakur here in Las Vegas. Davis is charged with orchestrating the drive-by shooting that happened near Flamingo and Koval. Shakur died 6 days later. The trial is expected to start in 1 week on August 10th. Among those listed as expected witnesses, Marion Suge Knight, who was in the car with Shakur that night and is the only other surviving witness to the shooting, as well as Shakur's sister and former Las Vegas Mayor Oscar Goodman. Davis was arrested in Henderson in September of 2023, and he is the only person ever taken into custody in the case.
They want him to take the stand, but he has vehemently taken the stance that he's not going to take the stand.
Reaction is to the arrest of Keefe D.
Surprise, number one, because I didn't think Keefe D would never get arrested. Nor do I want to see him get arrested. You know, let's get one thing straight. Me and Keefe D played on the same Part 1 football team. And whatever circumstances, if he had an involvement with anything, if he didn't have any involvement with anything.
So Keefe D was like, look, I need the money. Puffy and them supposed to give me $1 million. They gave us most of the money or half of the money. And that's how everything unraveled for is what happened in Vegas.
Who want to see? I wouldn't wish somebody going to prison on my worst enemy.
The DA says that Keefe D was in the car with his nephew. His nephew, according to the DA, is the one that shot Tupac, and that it was done with the full knowledge of Keefe.
There was only 2 people in the car. And Pac not going to tell the story. I ain't going to tell the story, but I tell you this. And I never had nothing bad to say about Orlando because, number one, he wasn't the shooter.
How you feel about the people that feel like Big Dre, he shot you?
Number two, he came to my ear and told to let me go and tell the truth. They still didn't let me go.
If you are called to testify in this case?
I wouldn't be.
Why not?
Yeah, I wouldn't be.
Why not?
Well, number one, because I'm not going to get on the stand and testify on somebody for what?
They seem to be saying that Orlando was the shooter and Keefe was in on it, that he had full knowledge of what was going down, and it was revenge for Orlando getting beaten up by Tupac and his team at the MGM after the Tyson fight. Is that correct?
No.
Then who shot Tupac?
It wasn't Anderson, so that's all I got to say about that one.
To summarize, you are saying Orlando was not the shooter, although you won't say who the shooter was. You are not saying whether Keefe was involved in any way in the shooting. And you are saying that if you're called to testify by either side, you will not comply, you will not testify. Do I have that right?
1,000%. I wouldn't go, I wouldn't testify. None of that. You know, at the end of the day, free Keefe D.
According to Suge, no way he's taking a stand, not at all. But he did go on an interview and says he saw Keefe D, and Keefe D told him exactly why whatever happened in Las Vegas that night.
I see Keefe D. Keefe D was spooked. First thing he told me was they didn't have nothing to do with the killing of my homie Buster. I responded to Keefe D and said, shit, if I thought that, I'd be on you already. He said, but I'm going to give you something that's real true, and I didn't want to tell you because we've been knowing each other, you know, since we were kids. So Keefe D was like, look, I need the money. Puffy and them supposed to gave me $1 million. They gave us most of the money or half of the money. And that's how everything unraveled for is what happened in Vegas.
In the midst of all this, Keefe D has interviews dropping back to back, constantly, consistently proclaiming his innocence right here at the news station. Let's look. Oh, and watch out for the bus because he will throw you under it. Watch how he does Reggie Wright dirty.
If you did not have anything to do with Tupac Shakur's murder, who do you think did?
To me, I think they witnessed Reggie Wright Jr. All he do is lie, is tell stories. He even be on interviews threatening my son, you know what I'm saying? Threatening my family. It's wrong. Even Katie be on them interviews threatening my family. You know, it's wrong, man. It's period, it's wrong.
In that 400-page motion filed by the DA's office, a lot of what you have said is true. So you're sort of your own witness that you said you went to prison for selling drugs. All of these specifics, you were accurate, so you might be accurate about the murder.
They're lying. This is a bunch of lies.
You know what else kept coming up in the court documents? Biggie's murder, and how at some point you were a suspect.
They took my car and did forensics on it. And that car was never shot out of or nothing like that. And it's wrong because I was under the parking garage when that man got killed. When he got killed, they came running back in there and said, they just killed Biggie. And I was under the parking garage. That's what happened. To me, the police did that stuff. Who expert shots like that, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no compliment like that or watch or in our area shoots like that, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be a marksman.
So you had nothing to do with Biggie's murder?
Nothing to do with nobody's murder.
And then a name that kept coming up, and it has come up, and I think I've asked you about this before, Sean Combs. Do you think he had anything to do with the murder of Tupac Shakur?
No, man. I don't think so at all.
What about Biggie's?
I don't think either one. To me, it's a disgruntled police out there in our area. Reggie Wright, all he did was lie at night. I got no evidence and took the boy chain, took his chain. Don't bring your guns. It just, I get a lot of stuff from PIs, private investigator, and all the fingers and evidence point to Reggie Wright Jr. And he brought up my name from day one.
Okay, y'all want me to respond to the comedian? I will. But I did a checkmate. Y'all just don't understand what a checkmate is because a lot of y'all too young to understand. My checkmate to him was Greg Hades coming on explaining to y'all how speaking outside of a proffered agreement is damaging to him.
I mean, it's not like he's snitching. He's an ex-cop. He's not from the streets or nothing, but that's one hell of a checkmate, you dirty mother.
That right there, that was checkmate. You mad at me because I was misquoted by saying Keefe D about to get arrested. No, I said, well, my exact words were, they're knocking on doors again. That Vegas PD is some activity going on, is my exact words. Then I asked a question for people to want to put up a date that he's going to be arrested. But hey, I'm not, yeah, you're right. I'm not the U.S. attorney. But Keefe D, the U.S. attorney ain't the one to handle your case, bro. It's the county DA that you need to be worrying about. Stop worrying about the U.S. attorney. It's the Clark County DA you need to be worrying about, Keefe D. Y'all got on me about the t-shirt giveaways and John and all of that. That was Reg's way of trying to give that man a hint to shut up, that they were lurking and they were coming and to raise money and save that money to get your attorney fees right. That's all. What's happening, y'all, and I know this for a fact, because I know a couple of people that's going to be testifying before the grand jury, and that has been subpoenaed to the grand jury, myself included. Breaking news. So I'm saying all this to say, it's just a search warrant, not an arrest warrant, but
does Puffy need to be looking out for more charges coming his way? Keefe D is throwing, well, he's not throwing Puffy under the bus, but what Suge Knight said that Keefe D told him, but definitely Reggie Wright. Yeah.
He's going to be getting arrested. So y'all put your prediction dates. We're going to do it again. My date is before August the 1st. About the Keefe D thing is, he better try to get all this stuff dismissed. And if he don't, he better not go before no jury, because if so, he's going to be doing life in prison. So I really predict that he's going to be taking a plea deal about 10 to 15 years. And hopefully he gets out when he's about 75. And then he get another 5 to 7 years of his life to live. Should be his goal.
Keefe D and Reggie Wright are going back and forth like 50 and Ja Rule or something like that. But let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Is Suge gonna take the stand? Reggie Wright said he was subpoenaed. Is he gonna show up? I'm pretty much sure he will. You don't have to answer that. And is there a chance that Keefe D could walk away from this scot-free? And do you think they'll investigate any of these allegations that Keefe D is making towards Reggie Wright? Is there a possibility that he could be getting investigated soon? Thank you to all the members. Shout out to the subscribers. If you're new, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, like, comment. Keefe D did another interview. Oh my gosh, Fox 5 Vegas, full interview. Dwayne Keefe D Davis talks one-on-one before Tupac Shakur murder trial. Keefe D has been doing a lot of talking. He talked his way back into prison. Now he's trying to talk his way out of it and say everything he said was false. Keefe D, you are your own demise. You are your own downfall, brother. We are only here because you talk too mother effing much. It's nobody to point the finger at. Well, you misunderstood the proffer. You thought the proffer, which was the queen for a day, a king for a day thing, you thought that gave you free range, nigga. You thought you had diplomatic immunity or some shit like that. You thought you could just... Who did you think you were, brother?
Getting ready for the trial as well. So I read your book, Compton Street Legend, that you co-authored. Why did you feel the need to tell your story? And when you wrote it, did you ever imagine the situation you'd be in now?
I didn't write that book. I just told him 10 things in my life, and I gave him some pictures. He did research and stuff like that. Him and my lawyer did that book. My lawyer died, and I just went on and signed on to it with him. I never read it or nothing.
You were never handed a manuscript to sign off on?
No, I never read the book or nothing. I never.
Nigga still talking.
And him and my lawyer, his name was Wayne Higgins, and he passed water in his yard. And they was friends, and he got in contact with me. Then I just signed on to him. He gave me like 10 pictures, told him like 10 things that happened in my life, and he added all the adverbs and stuff like that. He did that. He did the research. So yeah, I never I didn't write that book.
Well, I did read it. It mentions some interactions you had with Tupac Shakur. How would you describe your relationship with Tupac before September 1996?
I prefer not to talk about that and stuff. But I would like to say how my family's in danger and stuff like that, and how I wasn't even in Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't in Vegas when this stuff happened.
Now you wasn't in Vegas when it happened. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Oh, my nigga say I wasn't even in Vegas when that happened. The story is too vivid. All this time, you done pulled up to the 662. You saw Suge ducking. I mean, you saw the bullet hit Suge's head. You thought he was like, come on. You picked that Tupac, how he squirmed. He was squirming around, jumping around, trying to get in the back seat. Now all of a sudden, I wasn't even there. That was all entertainment. Boy, if this ain't the biggest foot in the mouth moment, if this ain't one of the biggest foot in the mouth moments, GTP, what up with it? Mike from the Ville, Jake Jacobs, XO Mel, Slim Jones, I see y'all. The whole chat. I'm going to show some love to the chat in a minute, y'all. De Niro Sr. I'm Infamous Blue. Oh shit, he spelled it a whole different way. Threw me off. See, that's why I'm gonna come to y'all in a minute, man. Let me get back to the content. Shut my dumb ass up before I get to looking stupid.
So you were not in Las Vegas, you're saying September 7th, 1996?
They can't prove I wasn't in Las Vegas. And you know, my family in real danger. They got like 2 witnesses that's, you know, there's some dangerous dudes. Like they said, my son put out a hit on one of them. His name is Dante Lee. He the one real dangerous. He killed 3 guys out there in La Mirada, California.
Okay.
And he said my son put out a hit on him. I wouldn't want my son nowhere near him because he get to kill people for free and get out of jail for free. You know what I'm saying?
Reggie Wright. This man is trying to get you a case. Keefe D knows Reggie Wright put the double cross, triple cross checkmate move on him with that whole Proffer and Greg Kading thing. And he's upset. He wants revenge. The only way he can get it now. Ain't no get back, ain't no street get back, none of that. That's over. He wants Reggie Wright incarcerated. This nigga's mad. Don't be surprised if he gets on the stand in his own trial and excuse me, and points the finger 420 somewhere in the world, then points the finger at Reggie Wright. Don't be surprised if he gets on the stand in his own trial and somehow brings up Reggie Wright. Bro, he's been, oh my gosh. Y'all seen it. Y'all been watching the walk down. Y'all seen it.
They gave him $5,000 to move. He just played them out of $5,000. He's wrong, you know. He's wrong. And then that Reggie Wright Jr., he's threatening my son on the internet. The last few days, he didn't threaten him on the internet. You know, it's wrong. It's wrong.
This motherfucker said Reggie gets to kill people and get away with it. I don't want my son nowhere near him. He's making Reggie sound like a menacing figure damn near, bro. Oh my goodness.
Can you describe back in the 90s the tension between the Southside Crips and Death Row Records?
There wasn't no tension between us never because maybe about 2 weeks before that September, in August 96, we was at the House of Blues and they had a concert with the Loonies. Suge, Tupac, and Snoop pulled up in some Rolls Royces. And they came and said, what's going on here? I said, the concert over with. And he said, let's go up to Paradise. We got up there on Santa Monica and Hyatt, right there in Hancock District in LA. We was never at odds with each other. Me and him as friends, we've been knowing each other since we was 8 years old. I played football with him and his daddy and uncles was our coach. I was never at odds with him.
I do want to mention, you had said that you were not in Vegas the night that Tupac died when there was the Mike Tyson fight. Again, I read your this book, every single page. You included a picture of your sister and yourself at the fight.
That wasn't no fight. Why would I wear an overcoat in September? That's what, I had no fight. Why would I wear an overcoat and a hat? I had a suit on and an overcoat. That was a New Year's party. That was a New Year's party.
So it says over here, me and my sister at the fight.
I didn't author that book. The dude just put that stuff in there. He ain't had no fight. September the 7th, it'll be 115 degrees. What I would wear a suit with an overcoat on and a hat. Don't make sense.
So
go back and look at the degrees that September. You think I would wear that in September 7th? Come on now. A suit with an overcoat on and a hat. That was at a New Year's Eve party. And you see where Orlando, he got the same floor.
Yep.
He had on September. He had on a Dan Marino jacket. Dan Marino shirt that night in September, didn't he?
You're saying that.
Raise it up again. Raise it up again. Show me again. Do that look like a Dan Marino shirt? Come on now. Think about it. He can change that quick. He He can change up that quick.
Why was his picture included in the book soon after your description?
I did not write that book. A ghostwriter wrote that. He just put that on there.
And he never ran anything by you?
You think I would run, wear a suit? A two-piece suit with an overcoat on? Come on now. Cashmere overcoat?
Well,
Orlando can change his clothes that quick.
I watched some of your other interviews. You came out with a few. There was a Vlad TV interview as well.
They paid me money to say that stuff. Paid me money to say that stuff.
You were publicizing the book. Were you publicizing it knowing that you didn't write it?
I was just trying to make my family some money. That's all it is. But you get where I'm coming from? Why would I wear a suit with an overcoat on and a hat September the 7th? Come on now.
My boy got genius defense. Genius defense. You know I wasn't there. Why would I wear an overcoat? I couldn't have killed him. I couldn't have had nothing to do with a homicide because I had on an overcoat. Or wait. Or because at that time I didn't have on an overcoat. I can't be guilty because why would I wear an overcoat? Man, shout out to Keefe D. That boy is fighting. That nigga talked his way in. He is trying his damnedest to talk his way out. Nurse lady, I see you. Matthew, I see you. Oh, shit. I extra see you for sure now. God damn, soon as I seen it, nurse lady, let's go.
Did y'all hear that? Grit money.
Shout out to Nurse Lady T with the 199 super chat. Super Step says he definitely capped all that talking he's been doing. Stop it. Tell him to stop it. Come on, man. You doing too much. You done already did too much talking, brother. You done already did too much talking, brother. It's over. GTP, what up? Anon, what up? He done already did too much talking. I'm gonna let the content roll. I'm gonna come back and show some love to the chat, y'all.
He can change clothes that quick. Honestly, you think he can? He's a magic man. He got the clothes in the lobby. He can change them clothes that quick. Lando was a kid, and
It's 420 somewhere. Join me if you dare.
that picture was 2 years later. That was on a New Year's Eve party. I did not write the book. That's gonna show you that I didn't write the book. Why would I have on a suit? You know what I'm saying?
I didn't write the book because I don't know about Frank Sinatra. I didn't write the book because of this and that. Boy, if your defense was as well put together as your story of the offense that was committed, you might have had a chance, brother. The story of the offense that you committed, if your defense was as well put together of the as the story of the offense that is accused to have been committed, you might have a chance, brother. But my nigga, you trying to fight back against that shit that you've been telling us for years that, nigga, we pictured it at this point, nigga. We seen it happen. It don't seem like it could go no other way than that, bro. Man, all right. Okay.
But the
Okay.
book has been a center
Joski, what up?
of discussion in prior court proceedings, and it seems like it may be brought up in trial. Your name's also associated
Crimson Lion, what up? Mike from the Ville, what up?
with it on the front cover. I said that the book has been brought up in prior court hearings, and it could be brought up in court as well. Your name is on the front cover. So why not stop the book from being published if you knew it was going to be published, if you didn't write it?
I didn't know that. I never read it. I didn't know that book was going to be published. They gave me money. I just did for money.
They gave you money just to make a book for what? That they was going to sit on the shelf? I ain't going to lie. Keep going with it, Keefe D. Keep going with it. Because if, nigga, maybe if they can prove that you not clicking on all cylinders or some shit like that, they might be able to say, yeah. Nah. Bro don't know what the fuck he talking about. He just going with whatever somebody tell him. Damn, that, and then that being your defense. I'm dumb as fuck. You want your defense to be I'm dumb as fuck, and I just go with what I'm so stupid that I'm just going along with what anybody tells me, bro. That's how I've been getting along as a grown man this entire time. I'm just so dumb and such a buffoon and so impressionable and so out of touch and have no common sense. And I'm so unsmart that I just have to go along with whatever somebody says this is what we doing, and I'm doing that. That's my defense. God damn, bro, you have to reduce yourself to just being dumb as fuck for defense. I'm so fucking stupid, I don't know what's going. I don't know. I'm so fucking stupid, I don't even know. It wasn't me. I don't know.
That's gonna prove that I wasn't in. That was no. Why would I? September the 7th. You know what I'm saying? Why would I wear a suit, overcoat, and a hat? And you can check out. It was 100 something, probably 100 something degrees on September the 7th. Just think about it. Why would I wear that? Orlando, was he the magician or something? He can change his clothes that quick? Come on now.
So if you didn't,
that was on New Year's Eve.
if you weren't,
New Year's Eve party, and we're gonna have somebody come and tell you that was a New Year's Eve party. That wasn't at no fight.
if you weren't there that night, how did you know the details to write about in this book?
Not write that
or where
book.
did these
Okay.
vivid details come?
I did not write that. Listen here. All right. Fuck around, Keefe D walk. What y'all gonna do?
Okay.
Keefe D fuck around and walk.
We're not here to talk about that book. I'm here to tell you how my family's life is in danger. I'm here to tell you about there's a bunch of lies going on. I'm not here to talk about that book. It's like a gag order on that type of stuff anyway. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh, I ain't think about that.
A lot of the stuff that's been a judge ruled that the 2008 police interview can be used against you. I noticed in court you were very upset when that judge denied your defense's motion. What was your reaction? What was going through your head a couple of weeks ago in court?
What's going through my head? She acted like she was there. She wasn't there. She acted like she was there. She was in junior high school or something. She wasn't there. She was in like high school. You know?
Do you regret giving that 2008 interview?
What's that?
Do you regret giving that 2008 interview to police?
You know, to me, I'd say 48 people from being federated. They was gonna give her like 700, 800 years. And my lawyer gave me a script to read. He said, "This is the only way you're going home." And I just came back and read the script. And he told me we practiced that stuff before they even came to his office. And she said, the judge said that was at a federal building. That wasn't at no federal building. That was at the lawyer's office.
Keefe D fuck around. Keefe D going home, bro. Hold on, bro. Oh, this mic, man. My lawyer gave me the script. Hold on.
They was gonna give her like 700, 800 years. And my lawyer gave me a script to read. He said, "This is the only way you're going home." And I just came back and read the script. And he told me we practiced that stuff before they even came to his office. And she said, the judge said that was at a federal building. That was at
Keefe D mess around and go home, bro. Keefe D mess around and go home, bro. What y'all think? Y'all think that? Hold on, let's see. All right, there's still no coverage. We're looking for the live coverage. Keep in mind, today is nothing but the jury selection, right? So it's not like we're not gonna hear too much. It's not gonna be too much information or nothing like that. We're just trying to see what we can see, if we can see anything, you know. Obviously, we can. They're covering it, but let's get back to it. I'm gonna show love to the chat. Let's hear Reggie Wright break down some of this interview that Keefe D was talking about. James Rucker, I see you. Is that F1 Ranky? I see you. GTP, what up? Jenny from the block, what up?
So we see where Keefe D claims were going. We already knew they were going to try to deny that he was in Vegas.
Ron C, what up? 555 TV, what up?
Which y'all see.
We about to shout out the top 10 in about 2 minutes.
Now
Then we're going to show some love to the most aggravating chat in the game, the most appreciated chat in the world. Matter of fact, ain't no 2 minutes. We doing that right now. I ain't going to lie. Some of y'all might leave. You might not like the noise. You might not like the interruption. Guess what? So it ain't for you then. If you just came through for the content, cool. We appreciate you. But around here, it's an experience. We have fun. We interact. The chat makes the show, goddammit. So we gotta stop and we gotta show love. First and foremost, we done reached that 50 like threshold. At 50 likes, we get aggravating. At 100, we break the glass. We done got aggravated. We done aggravated the algorithm with 50 likes. Man, y'all so fucking aggravating. Y'all get on my nerve.
So aggravating is hell, man. Shit, you're aggravating.
Let's go. 50 likes, 50 likes. Let's go. The most aggravating chat in the game. The most appreciated chat in the world, man. Y'all keep it up. Keep it up. Keep sharing the stream. Keep staying active in the chat. Keep giving your opinions in the chat. One thing about around here, this is not a flock mentality. This ain't no flock. We ain't no sheeple. Feel how you want to feel. We don't have to agree. We don't got to love each other. We don't got to like each other. We just got to be able to coexist. I appreciate y'all keeping it cool, rocking out. Let me show some love to the chat for sure. Hold on. First of all, before we get to that top 10, shout out to everybody watching. Drop where you watching from. Put in the chat where you watching from right now. Let me shout out where y'all from. Put where you watching from in the chat so I can shout y'all out. First and foremost, shout out that boy Mike from the Ville with the $4.99 super chat super step, and that lady Nurse Lady T with the $1.99 super chat super step. Shout out to F1 Ranky Garcia sent the alert for 440 jewels and a hiding for 10 jewels. Nurse Lady T, let's go. I see you. Appreciate you. What is that? Okay, hold on, y'all. Top 10. Let's go, top 10. Say they goddamn names. Number 1, we got Mike from the Ville. Number 2, we got F. That's 2 Fs. FF Ranky, my bad. Number 3, we got Nurse Lady T. Number 4, we got Slim Jones McEasy. Number 5, we got XO Mills. Number 6, we got Mr. 610 Geo. Number 7, we got Real Flex God. Number 8, we got Anonymous. Number 9, we got Jenny from the Block. And number 10, we got Don't. D-O-N-T-E-T. Is that Don Tet? Is that Don't Et? Or is that Don't? Shout out to you, my nigga. And then number 11, honorable mention, Matthew Ecclesiastic. Boy, what the that ain't the Bible verse. That ain't the Bible say. That's Ecclesiastes. Matthew Ecclesiastes. God damn it, I'm gonna get it. I can read. Fuck wrong with y'all. It just might take me a second. Don't. Hell going on around here? Motherfucker. I can read a little bit. Yeah. Shout out James Rucker. Shout out Matthew Ecclesiastes. I thought that was Ecclesiastes. Your name says, hold on, let me get the Bible. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Do I have time to look this? Hold on. It's right here. Yours, Michael, is absolutely correct. Shout out Michael, my bad. It's right. It's Ecclesiastes, but the way it looks next to another word. In the Bible, these words ain't next to nothing. You see what I'm saying? That just say Joshua. That says Samuel. Nigga, if I see a nigga name, Miguel Hezekiah. I ain't gonna think it's Miguel Hezekiah. I'm gonna think Miguel Hezekiah. I don't know. My bad. No disrespect, bro. And hold on. I got a question for y'all.
Did y'all hear that?
Oh, shit. Let's go. Evil Bunny with the $10 super chat, super step. Let's go, Evil Bunny. Let's go. Says R.I.P. Tupac and Biggie. Yes, R.I.P. to both legends. And through this case, y'all, we might hear some justice. We might get justice for two legends from one case with all the allegations that's coming out. That would be amazing if it happened like that, right? If it happened like that, that would be amazing, right? But Keefe D, man, you got to stop talking, because if you talk
one more time,
you got to be quiet, Keefe D. Is Keefe D gonna take the stand in his case? Let me show love to the chat real quick before we get back to the content, man, and keep this shit rolling. It's 11:42 Eastern time. We are on East Coast time at this present time. So right now we're gonna call it Eastern time. So that would be 8:43 Pacific, whatever that shit is, PT, nigga. And do we have court coverage? Hold on. Do we have court coverage? Do we have coverage yet? No. Let's refresh just to be sure. Oh, they outside. I'm outside, ho. They outside. Let's see. Oh, they went back to the bullshit. Let's do it again. Gotta click live. Make sure you're up to date. Nothing. All right.
That's no federal building. That was at the lawyer's office. They act like they know everything. They don't know nothing. They wasn't there.
And you didn't know.
There. The judge wasn't there. The DA wasn't there. They act like they know everything. They wasn't there. It was at a lawyer's office. I was at a federal building, so that's covered.
Mike from the Ville, what up with it? Orlando. Shut up, bro. Your last name is Dixon, nigga. Your mouth. Anonymous, they call Keefe D stanky if he don't shower. I'm sure everybody be stanky if they don't shower, man. Mr. 610 say, fire. Matthew, what up with it? James Rucker. Where we at? Oh, yeah, y'all hit that Discord. I still got to get the main page pulled back up so we can see that shit. Shout out to Evil Bunny, man, for that $10 super chat, super step. Let's go. Orlando Dixon's calling from Raleigh, North Carolina. Now says you can read, but you can't pronounce. Hey, at least I can get you to understand it, right? At least I can communicate well enough to get understanding, right? That should be all that matters. Shout out to you. Is that Fanny? I damn sure can't read your name. You probably can't read that. What that mean? What does that even mean? Not. James Rucker says, Washington, D.C. checking in. Let's go. DMV, shout out. 5150 Nation, shout out to that. Everything, all that shit you just said. I don't know what none of it mean, but shout out to everything. Evil Bunny, Tacoma, Washington in the building. Shout out to Tacoma, Washington. GTP Gaming. Philly in the building. Let's go, Philly. Let's go, Philly. Lady Love says Brooklyn, NYC. Shout out to Brooklyn. Matthew says Illinois in the house. Shout out to Illinois. Jose Torres. I was about to say Josie Torres. See, I can't read or pronounce. So, y'all get it, right? Right. Jose Torres says Philly is in the house. Shout out to Philly. Naptown. Shout out Indianapolis. That's Ron C. Oh, he got Naptown in his name. Is that PA? Naptown? Shout out to you. Young and Dumb is a thing, Max Matthew says. Jenny from the block. Shout out Anon. What up, Jenny from the block? Matthew says, to be fair, Keefe D did what a lot of us would have done if our people had been jumped. He wasn't he was just driving around and Orlando did the murder. So let that man warn the kids about not committing the same mistakes. Hey, let's see. Let's see what happens with Keefe D, man. 555 says, Lord help Keefe. Mike from the field said the state wants a body and they will get one. Shout out Nurse Lady T, I see you. Exo Mills, I see you. FF Ranky Garcia, what up? David Bunsen, what up? He says, be that gangster in your interview. Where's that energy? I don't know. James Rooker says half he says is true, half is lies. Don Ted, I'm not trying to disrespect you, bro. I'm just making jokes. I hope I said your name right in the midst of all those different variations. Says, trust me, they want him to plea. If they had a solid case, he would have been in jail. He in jail now. Oh, you mean like years later? Evil Bunny says, man, it's just when I was 16, 17, my two favorite artists got shot and murdered, and still we don't know what's happened. Damn. Rest in peace to Pac and Big. No, we still don't know, man. We still don't know. Yeah, I'm reading like the bouncing ball too. Y'all, it's a whole nother screen over here. It's a way. I got glasses. I wish I had the bouncing ball to go to the word. That'd probably mess me up even more, man. Come on, let's keep rolling with the content. Excuse me. I'm going to show some more love to the chat in a minute. Is that Al Math? Boy, y'all trying to make me. Oh. It's Alma Thornton. Bruh. The name is Alma Thornton. You have to understand, when you're looking at these YouTube names, a lot of times there's no capitalized, there's no distinction to break up what's what. Somebody's entire name might be in all lowercase letters, all one case, instead of all caps or the first letter cap, and then the beginning of the second the beginning letter of the last name capitalized. That motherfucker be like that when it says it's Alma Thornton. I'm looking at Alma. I'm thinking it's an Arabian name or something. It's Alma Thornton. No disrespect. I just didn't know because it ain't no cap difference. And if y'all judging me, so what, nigga? Let's have fun. Let's go.
No, it wasn't at no federal building. It was at my lawyer's office.
Let's see if we got the covers. Come on, Keefe D. What's happening?
They don't record. They do not record. It's the 302, and that dude did that just to make money. My lawyer, they gave me 2 months to come back with my decision. It was going to take 40-something people to jail. And he said, and this is the only way you're going home. He gave me a script to read, and I just came and read that script. That's what happened. Then she said it was at a federal building. That's why it's covered, baby. It wasn't at no federal building. It was at my lawyer's office.
Shay, what up?
Like she was there. She wasn't there. Giacomo wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, this place is Jim Crow. They don't have no black people that work at the DA's office. Vegas is a monopoly of people. You got blacks, Hispanics, whites. You got Mormons. They got a Filipino. The DA office consists of that type of atmosphere. It should be, but it's all whites. It's no, and they're using what's the name? That Indian man that's blackface. They're using him as blackface. You know what I'm saying? It should be a makeup of the people that the community is, but it's all white people. You know what I'm saying? This stuff out here is Jim Crow, and it's crazy.
You were promised, you gave that a 2008 interview, you were promised immunity. Were you under the impression that that would also protect you?
I'm not should be not talking about that. I told you, you know what I'm saying? I wish we could have came and did it face-to-face meeting, like the other lady did.
Would you have still answered my questions if I was there face-to-face?
Yes, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is the best we could do at this moment before.
But like I say, they don't have no black people in there. No blacks. They don't got no Hispanics, no Filipinos. It's all white people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna get a fair trial because the DA, every time I go to court, he goes out in front of the thing and do his little speeches. He's tainting the jury pool, and it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's wrong. You know, I'm not worried. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, the Lord got my back. I survived cancer and all that type of stuff, and I survived the streets. And the Lord got my back. So I'm not worried about it. And that picture was January the 1st.
1998 at the Sheraton Hotel. Why would I wear a overcoat with a suit?
Yeah, man, he keep talking. Oh shit, he keep talking about that damn overcoat. What they saying in the comments? This dude literally talked his way into prison and still can't shut up. I know his lawyer is tired. He loves talking instead of being quiet until after trial. At 10 years old, if you told me age 40, I'd be in the gym holding it. What is? Shut up. Dude, shut the F up already. Give your lawyer something to work with. Dude can't stop telling on himself. How she sit through this without laughing? Yeah, the impressions are funny.
In danger and his
Let's see.
family in danger.
Hold on, y'all.
In danger from who? Y'all been living for over 30 years. Ain't nobody try to ever do anything to y'all.
Let's
So why
do
do he
this.
feel like his family's in danger? But it's interesting. He said something earlier. So now Keefe D had a relationship with Tupac. I guess since he wants y'all to believe that he helps fund Death Row. Like I keep trying to tell y'all, Keefe D was once a crackhead, right? Then he went to prison and met this Colombian. And they hooked up, and he entrusted him with a bunch of yak.
Is that his setup
Now
sounding
Keefe D
like
had a
that? Damn,
relationship
Reggie
with-
Wright was that?
And they hooked up, and he entrusted him with a bunch of yak, cocaine.
Oh yeah, his mic messed up.
But he also took over to do a PCP operation that went to prison. And that's why Keefe D always tries to say he helped fund Death Row and all of that, because that guy, Suge has always acknowledged helped and gave some money, but not Harrio. It's another guy. So now Keefe D want to make it like he met Tupac. Keefe D ain't never met Tupac before in his life, other than like most of y'all buying a motherfucking record. Well, let's go.
Vegas, you're saying September 7th, 1996?
Then you talking about that picture of me? Send me this picture of him holding a gun. Is that the son that you talking about I supposedly threatened? I always talk cordial to little Keefe in the comment section. Never ain't called him on no phone or anything like that and threatened him. So where he getting this threatening bullshit at? I don't know. But damn, Keefe D, you haven't got enough of being a snitch though. What you talking about? Some open murder cases. You still talking about open murder cases? Now you snitching on somebody that supposedly killed somebody in La Mirada, Keefe D. You ain't got enough of that snitching shit, Keefe. Boy, things gonna be rough for you, dog. You need a.
I don't know. When you hear Reggie talk like that, it make you think, is this nigga a crooked cop? God damn, Reggie Wright. You talking about snitching this shit? You a snitch. I mean, I know cops can use the terminology too, but God, come on, Reggie.
Stop doing all that snitching.
Snitching.
But let's see. Let's go. Let's go, John.
Could you describe back in the 90s the tension between the Southside Crips and Death Row Records?
Major beef with Keefe and them. Other than they were calling themselves being bad boy security. Yeah, I've heard other interviews where he's been talking about.
He keep taking up for Puffy. I didn't know they was bad boy security. I know. Well, I know. Yeah. He was hiring them. They was always linking up every time they came out there. I guess I didn't know that. Never mind. My bad.
Just give me 50 tickets, and you'll be okay. And come out here and do concerts and stuff. And so, the only beef that we know about is the incident at the Lakewood Mall. Like I always say, I don't think nobody knew who the names were. I think Trayvon just recognized Orlando by face. I still don't believe that he knew it was Baby Lake. He just knew it was somebody from Southside Compton Crips because there was so many of them that they got into it with. But one thing you do is remember motherfuckers that try to take your shit. Go ahead, John.
I do want to mention, you had said that you were not in Vegas the night that Tupac died when there was the Mike Tyson fight. Again, I read your this book, every single page. You included a picture of your sister and yourself at the fight.
That wasn't no fight. Why would I wear an overcoat in September? That's what I don't fight. Why would I wear an overcoat and I had a suit on and an overcoat? That was a New Year's party. That was a New Year's party.
So it says over here, me and my sister at the fight.
I didn't argue that book. He just
Where Reggie at?
put that stuff in it.
The other times, in verse 7, or did he say that was outfits that they saying this? So he trying to play word games with y'all.
Cakes!
I don't know in the book because I ain't read it.
I mean,
but did the guy specifically say
hey,
this is the
muffin
outfits that they have
cakes!
on September 7th? Or did he say that was
Flip-flop
outfits that they
cake.
have on during the fight? You know, don't let people play word games with y'all and try to mix up stuff. Don't think about it. The other times, in March and in November, you'll wear a suit. It'll be a little, it was never cold in Vegas to me,
Dude
but
must be a blood.
you'll be willing to wear a goddamn suit. But I agree, September the 7th, you wouldn't dress
that
like
red
that.
he had on, that motherfucker.
But you remember those clowns that used to try
Look
to
at
tell you
this. Never mind.
that Keefe, Orlando didn't have a 13
On
Merino
my way
jersey
to
on?
Donuts.
That
looking
wasn't
at-
him. Well, you can't believe everything Keefe say, and then not believe other things that he say. So this guy takes stuff with a grain of salt because there's a clown on the YouTube
now from
that try to make y'all believe
a live look
that-
over Las Vegas.
No, that ain't
wasn't
the one.
Orlando. That was somebody else because
What is dude that
Orlando
talking
didn't
about?
have a 13 jersey on. A Dan Marino jersey on.
Hold on.
All right,
Let's go.
Let you face the car real quick. You go. Yep. Separate your feet for me. Lean up against the car for me. Beautiful. I'm gonna keep your phone up here with me so it doesn't bounce around. All right, sir. Go ahead and have a seat. You need help or you got it? All right. Now you can sit sideways if that helps too. I know those things aren't the most comfortable things, they ain't the fuzzy ones. So, all right, man. So what they got you for, man?
Biggest case in Las Vegas history.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Like recent?
September the 7th, 1996.
Oh no. Wow. That's a long time. That's a long time away.
You know what I'm talking about,
Hmm?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Not a detective quite yet, but yeah. Shit, that's a long time away, man. What was that? 20-some years? No, more than that. Yeah. Sure took him a while, huh?
I ain't worried about it. I ain't.
Well, I mean, that's what court's for, right?
Is Keefe D gonna walk?
Oh, so they raided your house and stuff, huh? That was like
2
what?
months ago.
Yeah.
Then they, I'm walking around the corner this morning, walking through my walk.
Hmm.
Keefe D mess around. All right, man. Keefe D mess around and walk. All right.
Oh, wow.
These things don't make no big ass scene like they did last time.
They didn't make a scene like last time?
They made a big.
Oh, they did? Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, they had 3 squat units. I'm in my back. I heard a bunch of walkie-talkies in the house behind me. So I peeped over the gate. Me and the SWAT dude peeped over the gate at the same time. Dude.
Yeah. Oh,
I
wow.
walk in the house. And my whole house was lit up. This is Las Vegas Metropolitan SWAT team.
Well, they weren't very subtle then, huh?
He said they do that. I was walking down the street and the dude just jumped out. Oh, the apprehension team or some shit.
Let's look at some of this old shit Keefe deal.
So let's talk about what happens next. You know, based on what the book says, Zip,
Oh, this coming back, boy.
gave you a Glock, gave you guys a Glock, and you guys tossed him in the back seat. And Bubble Up was a driver.
They fuck around and play all
Baby
this.
and Freaky were in the back seat.
We was just all in the car together. Just say that.
This was the white Cadillac.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are driving around, and then you hear these girls say, "Tupac, Tupac."
No, we coming up, what's the name? What's that, Flamingo? Yeah, I think that's Flamingo. He's coming up Flamingo and got to the light. He was going to go drink, smoke some weed, and he happened to be hanging out the window. He was hanging out the window like he was in a parade.
Tupac.
Yeah, he was.
So what happens next?
And we just came, and shit. I ain't gonna go into details like that, you know what I'm saying?
I just like that.
But, you know, you got it in a book. You done played it, everything else, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, in the book, you said that as you're driving up towards the BMW, with Suge driving and Tupac in the passenger seat, and you said that Tupac pulled out a gun.
It looked like he was reaching, yeah. Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you actually see a gun?
No, shit. Once he got the reaching, I got the ducking.
So someone from your car started shooting at Tupac and Suge.
Lane starts blasting. You say Suge looks over, he sees you. He looks right at you. Okay. When he looks over at you, and then, you know, Tupac's busy getting shot.
They said it's a wrap.
The story is Tupac's trying to either get out
in
of
the back seat or something.
Yeah, what do you see happening inside their
Jumping
car?
in. I seen a bullet going Suge head. I thought he was dead. Thought he was dead.
So Orlando shot across Dre?
He leaned over on the window. We rolled down the window, pop.
How can they prove any of this though?
Who was it? They would drove on my side. I would pop them. You know what I'm saying? But they was on the other side.
Right.
Fuck it, circumstantial. How? Without his words, can they really prove without a shadow of a doubt that any of this happened? He would have to. It would have to be like some bullet trajectory. I don't know, bro.
The details.
I'm one man on the internet with a mask on in a fucking tent. So don't think I'm about to come here and drop the most insightful, prolific jewels. But oh yes, this is exactly what happened. Nigga, I don't fucking know. You don't either. We think we know though. I feel like let's not act like it's not a chance. No matter how stupid he may be, no matter how foolish he may be to talk himself in a situation, let's not pretend that there's not a chance that this fool could walk away and be out doing interviews again. Oh, let's see, bro. Let's see.
Goes on that one. Keep the streets on.
I'm gonna go ahead and read from the book.
Well,
so
let them buy the book then.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna read this passage. The shit was on. Tupac made an erratic move, began to reach down beneath his seat.
He continuously, you gotta buy the book, you gotta buy the book. All this was to sell the book. I was just trying to feed my family. I didn't even read my own fucking book. Nigga, I don't know about who he said, Elvis and Ricky Fontaine, whatever names they use, I don't fucking know. But I don't know about these people. Like, could it work? As he's continuously telling the story, he's constantly trying to get you to you gotta buy the book. You have to buy the book. Could it work? We just gotta throw that monkey wrench in the, could it work, mother effer?
It was the first and only time in my life that I could relate to the police command. Keep your hands where I could see them. Instead, Pac pulled out a strap, and that's when the fireworks started. One of my guys from the backseat grabbed the Glock and started busting back. The first shot skinned Suge in the head, and I thought that motherfucker was dead. I had heard some stories, supposedly that Suge used Tupac as a shield when the bullets started flying, but that's some bullshit. Suge was already wounded, and he was the one that got touched. As the rounds continued flying, I ducked down so I wouldn't get hit.
Basically, yeah.
The white Cadillac, arm came out the back seat and started letting off.
What went through your head when you saw that?
They shooting my nigga.
So, the bullets are flying. Tupac and Suge's car get all shot up. Was there, and I'd heard different versions of the story, but the one version I heard was that that their entourage started shooting back.
I ain't gonna lie, Keefe, dude, your story is his story matches with the account. The arm coming out the window, and man, this nigga might be fried. Keefe, you might be cooked, brother. Sheesh.
Does anyone from the death row side return fire?
Yes.
Okay. Can you say who that was?
Yeah, he's no longer with us. His name was Buncher. One of Suge's right-hand guy, our good friend, Alvin McDonald. He chased the car down.
Live ended.
He also received one gunshot to his vehicle. His car was shot. He had a black Toyota Supra, and him and another guy returned shots at the car.
Yeah, and they saying they left their guns at home, though. They started shooting back. Then some chicks was in the sea breeze, started following a white sea breeze, ragtop sea breeze.
Why were the girls following you guys?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's crazy.
But I guess their window got shot out.
Front windshield, yeah. Yeah.
And they stopped following you at that point.
Exactly.
I've talked to a couple people that were there about the situation, and from what they told me was that, you guys came up, the car that you were in came up behind Tupac's car. You guys didn't, the cars were not facing each other.
No, they weren't facing each other.
They were not facing each other.
Gutter lane.
You guys got up parallel to them, behind them. And, when you look
side by side.
Side by side. So how would you even see Tupac reach for anything if you're driving behind him?
We weren't driving behind. I tell you, we were side by side at the light.
Oh, okay. You guys were already side by side.
Yeah.
What happened? So you guys ended up going back to the hotel together afterwards.
Yeah.
Someone. So let's talk about what happens next. Based on what the book says, Zip gave you guys a Glock, and
Do you personally believe Keefe D's story about what happened in Vegas with Tupac?
Well, the story I heard was the story I heard was which was portrayed in the murder rap movie or whatever like that, and it was Greg Kading accounts that supposedly Keefe D gave. You understand? You understand? If you ever been in an interrogation or anything that has to do with some law enforcement, right? Before they get to that videotape, before they get to that camera, you understand? It's already written down what you're going to say. They're going to tell you what they need for you to say and how they need for you to think and what you need to do to get out this situation. So we heard what Greg Kading needed Keefe D to say. You understand? In order for him to get out of his situation in California. You understand? We're going to bring Eric Von Zip into this by saying he gave you a gun.
Got yourself
Anybody know
a gun.
who deal with bosses? Keefe D ain't carrying no gun because he a boss. What do we have? He got holsters. That's dude who carry guns for him. You know what I'm saying? Zip is a boss. What do Zip have? Zip got holsters. He got dudes that carry guns for him. You understand? But they had to put Zip in a situation where it looks like he gave Keefe D a gun because his connection is to Puffy. And what does Zip say? What did Greg Katie say or Keefe D say that Zip said? This is the perfect time now. This is the perfect time now.
Perfect time for what?
If you're looking to get somebody,
to get
and
Puffy.
you got,
Keep in mind, Gene Deal is anti-Puffy, right?
a hit or somebody paying you $1 million to hit somebody, anytime you see this is a perfect time. Am I right or am I wrong? You're trying to get that money. Anytime is the perfect time. Why would he need to say, oh, this is a perfect time? No. On site is the perfect time. We're going to get this million clip. But Greg Katie needs to have him say that so he could tie it into Puff. You understand?
Okay, I see what you're saying, but what you trying to exonerate Puff, nigga?
So
I thought you...
He says everything he needs to say for this to go down the way it went down. And Keefe D, no disrespect to me, he did what he had to do to walk home. He said what he had to say to be a free man. All the players is dead right now. He's the only spade left on the table. He gonna win or he gonna lose.
So you don't believe that Von Zip is the one that provided, Keefe D the gun to shoot Tupac?
I don't believe. I've been around Zip plenty of times. Zip ain't have a gun on him when the 17-year-old kid shot him in the stomach.
I always wondered this, and people kind of ask this in the comments a lot. They say that you were doing security at Club 662 in Vegas, and that some of them have said, did James say that he saw Southside in the parking lot of 662, or did James see them on the street in the Cadillac, or was it the van? Can you tell me that night, after the Tupac and Suge and Orlando fight, did you see any of the Southsides at Club 662 or no?
I never said a van. They was in a white Cadillac. I said this from day one. They pulled up on the street right next to Club 662. They pulled up. I've also said, because I think Keefe D said they went in the parking lot. If they'd have parked in the parking lot, it wouldn't number Bloods back there. They wouldn't have parked back there. So where I seen them at, they parked, okay, Club 662 is facing the street. The building right next to it, that lot, that's where they was at. They weren't in no van, they was in the Cadillac. I never said no van. So if somebody say I said a van, they need to go find that clip. And I have no reason to lie about what they was in. They was in the Cadillac.
Okay. And then just to let people know why you would be out there at 662, can you talk about some of your security duties and what you did at 662?
662, I was supposed to be in control, make sure all the homeboys was good. I was doing the head security. I was at the door. Why Suge and Buncher.
I think one of the funniest stand-ups I saw was with George Carlin, where he says, at every funeral, at some point, someone always says, I know he's up there looking down at us and smiling. But how often should you really say, I know he's down there looking up at us? Because I don't think he made it to heaven.
if Charles Manson died, everybody going to say, well, may the good Lord bless his soul. He in heaven now. Really? Which way I'm going? Shot.
Do you believe in heaven? Okay. Well, I interviewed this guy named Scott Ross. He's a famous private investigator case. And, he's basically part of Tom Messero's.
Been decent to me. Some to say
and had the money that he wanted?
Well, it's funny you should ask that. Because in our interview, Scott Ross said that Suge was actually considering exposing Tupac's shooter in order to pay for his defense.
But Suge liked to just talk. And one of the conversations that we had was he was trying to figure out how to raise some money. He said he didn't have any money. And again, we needed experts. For example, we needed his eye expert. We needed his doctor, and they're not going to come in for free. And in order to do that, he was talking to me about trying to sell either the information, do a book, something about the Tupac shooting. And those were the types of conversations that we had.
You know, people can call Suge a lot of shit, but I don't think Suge would have put himself in that type of situation, knowing that he's going to jail. I can't see Suge telling to fix his situation. He a lot of things. He's a motherfucker, but me, honestly, and you know how I feel about Suge Knight, just keeping it 100, I don't see him doing that. So, but if they say, if the lawyer said that that happened.
Well, the private investigator.
Yeah, the private investigator, who am I to judge? So.
Well, number one, you're not exactly finding the cure for cancer here. I mean, everyone
Right.
already knows who it is.
Right.
Suge just happened to be one of two living people that were in the two cars involved in the shooting. So
A
he
little
was like,
closer than that, Vlad. He was a little closer.
Court 30 years later. Well, we understand that in some situations, particularly gang and mafia situations, the shooter is not the main person. There's somebody above them who actually effectuated or orchestrated the shooting to happen. And those people we know from
Man, hell no. They got these niggas talking about this.
The reason why he killed Tupac is because of Puffy. Puffy, he put a hit out on him and Suge. And
Hell
I don't know,
no.
man. It ain't looking too good for Puffy.
Brother, you know what? With a murder trial, you need you can't only use circumstantial evidence.
Keefe
You have
D
to have some
house
kind
was
of-
wired. That's what the one I was looking for. Hold on.
They raided his house in connection to Tupac murder. How you feel about that?
Well, me being former law enforcement, I know they had to go to the DA and they had to go to the judge with some kind of evidence so they can issue a warrant to raid his house. So that tells me that his house was bugged and they gained some kind of information on him that he said that after 30 years, they could go back. After 30 years, they got new evidence up and something that led
Is this nigga tripping?
them to get a warrant from the DA, have the judge them sign it so they could go in there and do a raid.
No, it wasn't because of Torre. Really, it was because of Stephen A. Smith. I don't know what he know about this Tupac shit. Yeah, Torre been doing this shit, even though he looked like cousin Skeeter or somebody. Y'all believe in this shit right here, bro? This Gene deal. This nigga is was Keefe D's house bugged after all these years? They just go. Gene deal, bro. I ain't gonna lie. This nigga be a little unhinged sometimes. I'm not saying he's not accurate or even close, but I don't know about this part, bro. I don't know about the nigga house being. Then again, LA corrupt as hell. Vegas right next to LA, so I'm gonna just use relative territory. They close enough. They all the same proximity, nigga. Yeah, they dirty. They probably did. Fuck it.
So it's something going on because they have to have probable cause to do that. And they not going on no evidence from 30 years ago. It's something that was said.
It was the interviews.
Over those wiretaps. There was something they was looking for.
Mark from the Ville. Facts. They ain't have, Gene Dill ain't have a lot to say during that Diddy trial. Leading up to it, though, he was all, I don't know, bro. I'm like, my nigga, are you getting on the stand? Gene Dill should have damn near took the stand. I know he ain't scared to talk on the stand, nigga. You been doing all these.
It may not even be a Pac situation. We don't know. But it's something that's going to come up from it. They just don't raid your house, you know what I'm saying, and take stuff out of it for nothing. That's a lawsuit.
He has a point. Now,
Studying the mafia, from studying the gangs.
take away the fact that this nigga look like Sid from Ice Age, and let's get to it. And let's not talk about this Kermit the Frog looking mitigated gall looking.
Joining me to discuss the long-awaited murder trial of.
Good. How are you?
I'm later. Reasonably, what can we expect from this trial? Could you put that in perspective, please?
Look, the subtext of the trial is the brother wouldn't stop talking. Keefe D.
Off the rip, facts. Off the rip, facts.
Has told us in his book, he told the police in 2008, he's told DJ Vlad and other interviewers, I was in the car, we were very upset with them for beating up my nephew Orlando, we felt we had the green light to retaliate against them. None of this would be happening if he had just followed the street code and kept his mouth shut. But you know, deep down, a lot of criminals want to tell people what they did. They want to be known for the things they did. What I believe happened, and what I believe that the prosecutors are alleging, Tupac is walking through after the MGM after the Tyson-Selden fight. They run into Orlando Anderson. Suge Knight is a blood. They run into Orlando Anderson, who's a Crip. They get into a fight, they beat him up. Orlando Anderson's uncle is Keefe D, a high-ranking Crip, right? Southside Compton Crips. He's big enough to say, okay, go shoot Pac, right? Because you got to be a certain level of shot caller to call that shot, right? So he's big enough to do it. The prosecutors say he was in the car. He gave Keefe the gun. He gave his nephew Orlando Anderson the gun to do it. He gave him the okay to do it. He's on trial for being the mastermind, the orchestrator, the shot caller big enough to say, okay, you can do that. So it's just his words. There's no forensics that we're talking about here. It's just him talking about being that guy in multiple media over many years.
So
facts.
Basically, he's the Roger Clemens of the rap industry right now, because Roger Clemens, you know, the folks weren't thinking about him on Capitol Hill, and this man, home and retired at a particular time, dared them to subpoena him about the whole steroids era. So they said, we'll oblige, and called them up to Capitol Hill. And that's basically what you're saying. Let me remind people, even though you just outlined a lot of what's transpiring, for those who may not be familiar, remember the facts of the Tupac Shakur case, which is now 30 years old. Let me recap. Tupac was in Las Vegas attending the heavyweight boxing match between Mike Tyson and Bruce Seldon at the MGM Grand on that evening. Torrey, I remember it because it's the one knockout that I saw that a punch never landed. The man missed the punch to Bruce Seldon, and Bruce Seldon went down and stayed down, and then got up at the count of 10 and hugged Mike Tyson. That's what I remember about this. It's still one of the most embarrassing moments in boxing to my very day. But anyway, Tupac was fatally shot that night on Las Vegas Strip in a drive-by and died 6 days later. In the car with him was Death Row Records CEO Suge Knight, who was not hurt, by the way. The case was one of the most high.
Hold on, that's cap. He said Suge Knight was not hurt. This nigga be exaggerating. No punches landed. Suge Knight didn't get hurt. He got shot, bitch. Even if it's a graze in the head, niggas gonna be like, oh, I got shot. He did not get hurt, by the way. You let a bullet graze you across your motherfucking scalp and tell me if you got hurt or not, nigga.
Profile cold cases until Davis explicitly stated in multiple media interviews and in his 2019 memoir, Compton Street Legend, that he obtained and provided the gun to his nephew, Orlando Anderson, a member of a rival Compton gang, the Southside Crips, who used it in the drive-by shooting. So, Torrey, before I get to this question, prosecutors allege Davis orchestrated the killing, and a judge recently ruled that his past media statements can be admitted as evidence. If he's not the one who pulled the trigger, then what is the purpose of going to trial, using taxpayer monies, and prosecuting this guy for orchestrating the death of Tupac Shakur 30 years later?
I ain't even finna.
We understand.
He had to ask that question. That's a question that has to be asked. It's a setup question for him to break this down. Initially, you're like, what the fuck? Never mind.
That in some situations, particularly gang and mafia situations, the shooter is not the main person. There's somebody above them who actually effectuated or orchestrated the shooting to happen. And those people we know from studying the mafia, from studying the gangs, those people are equally guilty, and they are purposely trying to create layers to where you remember Denzel in when he was playing not Nicky Barnes, before Nicky Barnes. When American Gangster.
Yes, American
when
Gangster.
He's like,
yep.
I don't touch the drugs. So should he not be prosecuted because he never actually? No, he effectuated the whole thing. He is the CEO of the corporation. They are trying to bring down the top guy. Keefe D was a top guy who was able to say, because not just anybody could say, go shoot Pac. They know, the gang knows you're going to have a certain amount of blowback coming back at you, right? They're going to point their guns back at you. So you have to be a big enough guy to be able to say, we can handle it with them. We'll be ready when they come back. For us. So he was that level of guy. So, I mean, if you're a prosecutor in Nevada, how can you have somebody running around?
Still, even if Suge didn't get shot, grazed, whatever, who's gonna trust their self to untrained shooters? Untrained, irrational, probably drunk. You see what I'm saying? When people say, oh, this is a setup. This is a setup. He did. Suge knew. Who gonna set themselves up to get shot at with no kind of protection, no bulletproof vest, and just depend on these probably drunk. Then you got to stage a fight. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot going on for people to be like, oh, Suge ain't know about that shit, bro.
Around the country talking about, I committed that murder. I orchestrated that murder. I made that murder happen.
Oh, no, this nigga very jolly with his presentation about this shit, that this is a homicide. This nigga, I'm cool, bro. We can move on from this nigga here, bro. Sorry. Legend or not, nigga. Fuck all that. Nigga ain't finna watch. What's that song, them women, them girls, she was a fairy or some shit? Sound like some old, that nigga there, never mind. Anyway, yeah. Fuck that motherfuckers. Nigga. No, nigga. We ain't doing that, player. All right. All this the same shit. Same shit. That's cool. That's perfect timing anyway. We finna go ahead and call it one.
Rapper SKG has made an official announcement that she's covering the Keefe D and Tupac Shakur murder trial. Many people know SKG as a former Death Row Records artist, being featured on Tupac Shakur until
Global Tel Link.
So this the other thing too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody claims that
SKG brand is growing, and she's showing she's not slow.
Me and Suge, we talked about Tupac a lot. And I think the biggest question for everyone is, who killed Tupac Shakur?
Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
So this the other thing too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody claims they love Tupac. A lot of people say that because they say his name, that validates them. That validates people. For 30 years, everybody blamed me. Not everybody. Some people stage and try to say, I had Tupac shot and he died. But I got a bullet into my skull and got shot myself. But when you look at it, they say these are the people who's involved with the murder of Tupac Shakur. Now these people, they say for a fact, regardless if they say, I only got certain names. Y'all know the names. Y'all know
Right.
Anybody listening know what it is, right?
Right.
But they say it has something to do with the death of Tupac. You talking to an artist or hanging with an artist, working for an artist, they say it has something to do with the death of Tupac.
If you're saying that you didn't do it, Orlando didn't do it, who did it?
To me, I think Reggie Wright did it because he on all them lives, he get on the internet and just go crazy every day. What? I set Keefe up. I set him up. Stuff like that. Then he told my son threatened his life. And he said, yo, Daddy, you know how my trigger finger is? Well, that's why he's suffering from COVID right now. He came and wiped his butt. You know what I'm saying? He came and feed himself. That's why he's suffering from COVID right now. I survived cancer. If I was a bad person, the Lord would have took me out.
The streets tell me that these people was involved with the assassination of Tupac. Or you hanging with an artist and talk to an artist sometime who supposed to be involved with the assassination of Tupac. And I'm not saying everybody, it's a whole bunch of males, but everybody's not a man. I'm not saying you're going to go sock these motherfuckers out or do something to them. If you're not going to do nothing to them, then do me a motherfucking favor. Do Tupac a motherfucking favor. At least stay away from them. Don't go and eat with them and drink with them and smoke with them.
Shout out to SKG trial coverage, introduction to the Keefe D trial. Shout out, shout out, shout out. Hold on. All right, y'all. Shout out to y'all, man. First off, thank you for the super support. Mike from the Ville with the $4.99 super chat, super step. Nurse Lady T with the $1.99 super chat, super step. And Evil Bunny with the $10 super chat, super step. Let's go. Thank y'all. Much appreciation. Much appreciation, much gratitude. That's what keeps the tent rent paid and the generator running and the lights on so we can always keep the content rolling. Let's go. Top 10. Number 1, we got Evil Bunny 369. Number 2, we got Mike from the Ville. Number 3, we got FF Ranky Garcia. Number 4, we got Nurse Lady T. Number 5, we got XO Mills. Number 6, we got Anonymous 1. Number 7, we got Slim Jones McEasy. Number 8, Mr. 610 Go. Number 9, Joski 757. And number 10, James Rucker. Let's go. And then number 11 and 12, honorable mention because I see him. Real Flex God. And fuck you. That's crazy. I used to spell my name like that online, but it would be F-U-H. Shout out to you. Nurse Lady T, I see you in the chat. Let's show love to the most aggravating chat, bro. Y'all so aggravating.
So aggravating. Hey, aggravating as hell, man. Shit, you're aggravating.
But y'all so appreciate it, man. Hold on, before we get to the chat, make sure y'all do me a favor. Please shout out to the most appreciated and aggravated and the best mods in the game. Shout out to the mods, man. Let's go, man. Shout out to the mods. Show some love to the mods, y'all. Show some love to the mod squad. Please, y'all. Please show some love to the mods. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. W mods. W mods. Appreciate y'all. Now let's show some love to the chat. Let's show some love to the most aggravating chat in the game. Let me see how far up it's going to let me go. I'm going to try something different. Since this is as far up as it will let me go, I'm going to read from the chat down. Usually it's not chronological, right? Well, it is, but it's in reverse, so you won't hear it the proper way. It's chronological, but it's in reverse. It won't let me go up that far, so I'm going to read from up down. I've read, and where are we at? It starts at, okay, De Niro Sr. sent a hiding for 10 jewels. Did I read that already? Mills sent a GG for 10 jewels, a W for 10 jewels, and 100 for 2 jewels, let's go. Ranky Garcia sent the unk for 440 and a hiding for 10 jewels, let's go. Mellow BX says that's what cops depend on. Joski says Reggie turned in his badge for a death row chain. He definitely cooked, let's go. Alma Thornton says, yeah, that's right, Reggie. We all love Pop. XO Mel says he might have a lazy eye, you never know. Anonymous says probably so. Mel's hugs, sis. 2 SpongeBob square cheeks. Jake Jacob says the only evidence they have is him telling on her. Oh, I guess himself. It says herself. He gave the gun to the shooter in the back seat. XO Mel says, is a zebra cake? There's something that's called a zebra cake. Alma says he's not going to walk. Mike from the Ville says the only evidence they have. Oh, the only evidence, question mark. Man, they got years of evidence, LOL. Jake Jacob says, I thought he said he wasn't there. That's what he said. The book says something different. Lucy Diaz says it's a rap. Joski says, you know the court artist. Oh, I guess, it said it must have been, you know how it is. What's the fucking shit? Spell correct. You know the courts are going to have a field day drawing him, watch his own interviews in court. It says, oh, nigga, he did say court artist. I'm trying too hard. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. I can't. Nigga just dumb as hell. My bad, dog. My bad. It's the homie Joski, bro. And he wrote, I should have just read it correctly. I don't know what's going on today, y'all. I don't know what's going on today. Shit. Mike from the Field says, Joski, won't be no drawing. We getting video. This ain't the Fed case. And his own words gonna F him over. Why would you confess to some issue you ain't do and then backtrack before court? Jake Jacob says, why is he still running his mouth with a dumbass? Roseware says, F blood. Mike from the Field says, the jury has the history in the case. Anybody sitting on that jury knows the story, especially if they from Cali. And the pictures prove that he was there. This don't add up. Bro is effed. Brian Wilkins says he cooked his own ass. Facts. That nigga turned on the skillet and jumped in it. Shh. Come on, man. Mike says jury selection. We ain't gonna see that. Joski says that, Mike, if it leads to solving Biggs' murder, that would be crazy too. They may get Keefe D off the hook though if he can flip. I ain't gonna lie. If they were to end up just happen to be able to solve that murder, those 2 murders, bro. Tupac and Biggie was to come out of this. We make another connection. Not we, like I'm in the shit too, but they make another connection and then they get that murder solved out of this too. Oh my gosh. That'll be fire, nigga. But damn, where would that leave Puff Daddy? Shit. Would Diddy be? That mean Diddy ain't gonna have no release date, right? Because, boy, they keep trying to they keep putting anyway, we'll see. We'll see. That would be some amazing shit, though. Mike says somebody may have to talk to reporters about what's going on inside. Brian says the dude who shot Tupac looked exactly like Tupac, but he got killed a couple months after the Vegas incident. Damn shame. Yeah, he talking about Orlando. He did look similar to Tupac.
Y'all gotta let that stuff go. Stop talking about what you gonna do if you ain't gonna do it, first of all. And stop talking about what you gonna do if you gonna do it. What?
My bad, the video went off.
You need more proof? Biggie ain't here, so Big can't give you no receipts. He dead.
Craig Mack can't give you receipts. He dead. What are you talking about?
So a judge just cleared the way for a confession tape to be played in court, a tape where the man accused of orchestrating Tupac's murder allegedly names names, and somehow every single person who could confirm or deny the details is already dead. Nothing to do with Tupac's murder.
Wait. Where do I know that name from? You know that? That name sound familiar.
He rolling over in his cell right now.
That's crazy.
People that was supposed to be involved in the dead. He just only one alive.
I'm not playing. Where do I know that name from? Because I'm still kind of lost.
Yeah, you know.
No, for real. I don't know what
this documentary that claimed, which we know wasn't true.
Yeah, check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother. So we're not even going to go there.
The story that federal authorities raided Combs' Holmby Hills home for the criminal investigation.
We recovered 3 AR-15s.
Court documents now reveal authorities located AR-15s, narcotics, and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil lubricant in those raids.
Ever been charged in connection with Keep Out of the was the one he used the phrase popped them when referring to both Tupac and Suge Knight, and Keefe's defense tried. So the confidentiality argument fell apart fast, and the judge ruled.
My next actions, after what?
When you heard Biggie died, did you stay in your hotel room? Did you leave out? Did you want to go back to New York?
I actually was trapped in a hotel.
Now I want to ask the question. What do you mean trapped?
It was about probably like 70 or so bloods in the hallway. I couldn't even leave my room.
How'd you get out?
One of the guys.
Why would it be 70 bloods in your hallway after Biggie Smalls died?
And then y'all heard DJ Quick was one of the first one who was a blood himself, one of the first ones to say, y'all heard that? Y'all heard they got him. They was like, who? It was like, Biggie. He said that in the party when it happened. DJ Quick was one of the first niggas to confirm it, to say it out loud to everybody. A blood.
Actually, after Big got killed, they was probably looking for more bad boy artists. And I couldn't even leave the room till Gene Dill, the officer had to come get me.
Crips to take out both Tupac and Suge Knight. Funding.
Corroborating witnesses. You're going to need people that said, I was there when a financial transaction took place and it was very clear what that money was for. I was there when the agreement was made. I spoke with Puff about it and he told me that he'd hired these guys. You know, you're going to need some really strong, credible witnesses to support what Keefe D said.
Yeah, I saw that video earlier. I meant to play it. I didn't have it, so I had to. So let me run that real quick. All right, y'all, we finna get up out of here. King James says, this dweeb still around. James Rucker says, yep. Street Beef for Nerds, King James says, or Jams, excuse me. James Rucker said if they had a warrant, yes. Oh, that must have been about the wiretap. Mike from the Ville says, he the one who got the infamous R. Kelly interview? Oh, he was telling me about Torre. No, for sure. Nigga still look like Squidward or somebody. Eric M says, dumbass. Tay scoring, he didn't get shot. Those were glass shards from the windshield. Bad seed, ENT. That's a lie. Keefe not no mob. Hold on, Keefe not a mob boss. We're there has to be order. Has to be or order to shot. Shoot. It should be shoot. Anyway. Fuck you says, nah, there was a stupid, that was a stupid theory. This is like when they say Trump meant to get grazed in the ear. You know how close that is to the head. Come on, some theories lack common sense. Facts. Come on, bro. Shout out Mike, bro. What is y'all talking about, bro? Nigga want an accident. Come on, bro. Suge set this shit up. So, yeah, shoot him, no. Make sure y'all don't hit me. Come on now. Fuck you says Reggie White's theory is weak also. Is this nigga last name White or Wright? I thought it was, I don't fucking know. Who gives a at this point? We finna get out of here anyway, nigga. Fuck that nigga name. Till tomorrow when we come back. Nah, shout out y'all, man. Okay, we all caught up. Nala, people says, my dad loves Tupac. Jake Jacob says, Good broadcast. Thank you, brother. Listen, I appreciate you. Nurse Lady T says, oh, she's showing love to the mods. Shout out to the mods. Mr. 610GO, what up with it? IKevODW, what up with it? Anthony Harrell, or is that Harold? Harrell. News said, sure. Oh, News said, Sure said to keep him far away from that case. Oh, yeah, Suge. That was supposed to be Suge. Yeah, Suge said that. Oh, I see the correction right under that. Salute to you. Yeah, we watched that. We looked over it, man. I think if Suge was to pop out, it would be hilarious. It would be shocking. It would be hilarious. It would be shocking to the world. I'm going to say, boy, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. At this point, everybody talking, everybody think it's cool to just do the street stuff and then come back and be a lip flapper. I say don't even do the street stuff. You feel me? That's my stance on it. But if you're gonna do it, you're gonna be a part of it. I hope you tell and still get time, nigga. Fuck that, nigga. Get all the degenerates. I ain't talking about no hustlers and nothing, but if y'all out here causing problems for people who live in regular lives and it's affecting civilians and all that, listen, then. Anyway, to each his own. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Y'all had the rest of y'all day. I need mine. Thank y'all. Super duper salute to the most aggravating.
So aggravating. Hey, aggravating is hell, man. Shit, you're aggravating.
Most aggravating chat in the game, but the most appreciated chat in the world, man. Thank y'all for rocking out. W mods, W stream, W team. Let's go. Time to get to work. Like my bro said, I reserve the right to be wrong. That's on the roof of human error. Never set you out on purpose. And like I say, I identify as a multi-millionaire. If they got a bathroom, they got to give us a cash register. Other than that, this is the RUMORNATI Network. We are out of this motherfucker. Enjoy y'all day. Go finish off strong. Got how you started. It's about how you finish. Let's go.